Devereaux is going to pass. No, it's Bishop in there now.
It's time for local sports on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Clean Air Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, and Together for Youth. Now let's head live to the stadium for coverage of local sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Eastmont Wildcats Stadium. Along with Grant Olson, I'm Eric Granstrom here on the NCWLIFE Channel. And Grant, it truly is a homecoming for the Eastmont Wildcats.
It's crazy, isn't it? What did you tell me earlier? They're the only team in Washington that hasn't had a home game yet this season. Here we are into the fourth
week 4
That's
of the
crazy,
season.
But a lot of improvements around this stadium. The track, I don't think you'll be able to see it at home, but it is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Brand new track here. New light standards.
They've got them in. They're just not plugged in yet.
No new lights.
There's no lights on them.
Right.
Yeah.
So we've got all these sets of lights here, but that's going to be a fantastic addition to this field.
Yeah, it will be. It will be when they finally get it done. And I think Russ Waterman, the athletic director for Eastmont, said about Thanksgiving.
Well, so next season.
Yeah, so hopefully next season for that. Well, we've got an interesting one here tonight. It is week 2 of the Big 9 season for both these schools, where the Davis Pirates come in, where they've doubled their win total from a year ago. They got 1 win last year. They're already at 2-1 this year, so they're going to feel a little confident coming in. Eastmont, meanwhile, 3-0, 1-0 in the Big 9, and hope to take care of business tonight, because not only is it a homecoming, so they finally got a home game, it's actually homecoming here tonight.
Yeah, it's actually homecoming. You're right. And the thing is, I think all of us are kind of waiting for this Moses Lake Eastmont showdown at the end of the season.
Yeah.
But before that, you got to take care of business. Remember last year, Eastmont stumbled here at homecoming against Sunnyside. So it can happen. You still have to take care of business getting to the big game.
Now, a big blow to Davis. We're going to talk about that when we come up as we continue with the pregame show next year on the NCWLIFE Channel. There's a little nip in the air, Mr. Weatherman. I think
the wind
fall
came
is
up
coming.
a little bit this afternoon. Fall is definitely coming. You can feel it, especially after sunset, which is about 6:59 tonight. So right at kickoff, it's going to really cool down.
Well, we've got the coaches. We've got Coach Michael Don on our pregame show. Also, we're going to talk with one of the seniors. We always give it up to the coach and say, okay, whoever you want to talk to. And he said Graydon Schneider. Now, if that name sounds familiar, at least the last name, there's a good reason why. We'll tell you more about that as we continue here on the pregame show. It's Davis. It's Eastmont. It's Big 9 football coming up here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Are you ready for some football? Where's the... Oh, wait. Wenatchee stole our football last week, so we don't have one. We'll find one right here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill, located in East Wenatchee. Highlander Golf Course has added 2 state-of-the-art full-swing simulators. Food and drink service is available from our full-service bar and grill, offering breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Indoor and outdoor seating available. Call Shalane, our on-site coordinator, to schedule your special event.
Well, despite the cooler temperatures, it is a beautiful night for football.
Oh, man.
The field looks fantastic. Now, you get out there and walk on this field, and it's not so great.
Yeah.
Even though it looks great, and there hasn't been any activity on this field at all, it is one of the last natural grass surfaces left for 4A schools here in the state of Washington. So Eastmont would dearly love to be able to have something a little better for their teams to play on, but that's what they're given here tonight as the Davis Pirates come to town to take on the Wildcats. And Davis coming in with that record of 2-0, or 2-1. They lost last week to West Valley 7-0, the final in that one, but they took a really big blow in that game.
Oh, I'll tell you what, their star running back, only a sophomore, Lance McGee, 6'1", would you say 215
pounds.
He's out. major knee injury last week. He's on the sideline along with about 4 other players on Davis. And we noticed earlier, Eric, 26 players on the field for Davis. A 4A school, 26 players. On the other side, Eastmont has 62. So
and
what a difference.
Last year when Davis came here, too, they got a few injuries during the game, and we were worried if they were going to be able to finish the game, having 11 on both sides. So that's going to be a definite item for them to deal with here tonight. They got a talented young quarterback. He runs around the field, and they got a huge offensive line. They average 6 feet and 260 pounds. So if there's anything that Davis can do, I think they probably want to hide behind those big guys and just move the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust and do it again.
And Eric, I was watching these guys warm up, these linemen. They are gigantic. They look like college linemen out there. We'll see if they can move around because they're going to need to tonight against a very, very good Eastmont defense. You know, we talk a lot about the offense being so explosive, which it is. This defense is spectacular.
Oh, absolutely. With Frazier up front and Kalunga and up front and Leonhard, what he's done at a linebacker position for Eastmont has been fantastic. He was all-world last week against the Wenatchee Panthers in that game. Meanwhile, offensively, it's Gunnar Peterson stirring the drink for the Eastmont offense, and why not? I mean, he's already over 600 yards this season in 3 games, for goodness sakes, averaging over 100 yards a game. He had 201 yards last week, a couple of long touchdowns.
Amazing.
Keep feeding him.
I mean, there's no secret how to stop Eastmont. You stop Gunnar Peterson, but then you throw in Peyton Guest and also Landon Moore. Right. Between the 3 of them, they have almost 800 yards rushing this season, and Gunnar Peterson's caught a lot of passes out of the backfield too, so he's a dual threat there, but he's the guy that Davis has to stop.
And talking with Coach Michael Don, whom we're going to have next on the pregame show here on the NCWLIFE Channel, he would like to get Luke Gale more on track offensively throwing the football. He said that he's really not happy with how their offensive attack in that regard has been so far this season. And he knows you get through the rest of the Big Nine and you get on to the postseason where they hope to be, you got to be able to mix it up because if they shut you down one way, you got to be able to strike the other.
And this could be a good opportunity to do that tonight for Eastmont. They have Austin Ruffins at about 6 feet forward. He's going up against a lot of shorter defensive backs. Looking at the roster, I think the safeties and cornerbacks, the tallest one's 5'10". So that could be an advantage for Eastmont tonight. I think that's something to look for.
Interesting chess match here tonight for Eastmont. It's about focusing on football and not worrying so much about the dance, not worrying so much about homecoming and the royal court and all that kind of stuff, and just get out there and play football. We'll see what happens. Coach Michael Don joining us on the pregame show, and Graydon Schneider still to come right here on the NCWLIFE channels. We bring you Big Nine football. It's Eastmont at homecoming against Davis.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Hi, this is Eric Granstrom, the NCWLIFE Channel Sports Director. While the teams are working hard, we're working hard to bring you 20 broadcasts this fall.
Over the middle, the ball is caught, and just like that, gets through everybody. And
it's Eastmont
to the end zone. Touchdown, Eastmont.
It's Wenatchee.
10-5, touchdown.
Stephen Cashmere.
Killed by Nell. It's in. Good maneuver. Red footer. Go, 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 go.
Right here on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Pre-game show continues here on the NCWLIFE channel as we get ready for homecoming night for the Eastmont Wildcats against the Davis Pirates. First of all, health-wise, coming off of the Wenatchee game, how are you?
Good, healthy. Got nobody out. All our varsity guys are getting healthier. We had a couple guys, not feeling real well last week, and a couple nicks and dings, but kids played through it, and it's one thing our kids do a really good job of is just kind of toughening up and getting through the ill feelings and not being at 100%.
Talking with Michael Don, by the way, head coach for the Eastmont Wildcats. Talk about your club and their resiliency to kind of answer the call when they didn't come out as sharp as you wanted them to last week.
Yeah, no, they did a good job at halftime of kind of settling in and then kind of looking at ourselves internally and what we weren't doing well and what Wenatchee was and how we could fix it, and I thought that we came out in the second half and fixed a lot of things, and we scored every possession with our varsity guys still in, and even got a couple JV kids, or actually one JV kid got both touchdowns, but it was good to see guys just continue to succeed late in the game and get some success.
Talk about this week as far as homecoming. There's all the other things going on when homecoming week comes around, so that always makes coaches a little bit nervous.
Oh, absolutely. Homecoming week's always an adventure in itself. You always get scared on volleyball night when they're playing, and and it's not that the kid's going to get hurt because they're not athletic enough. It's because they don't play a lot of volleyball, and somebody's going to step under the net, and somebody's going to lose an ankle, or somebody's going to do something silly, and we made it out relatively unscathed. One of our JV guys hurt an ankle, which I tell the kids all the time, that's the one that's going to happen, and there it is. I used to ban them from playing in it, and I just got tired of fighting it, and I said, fine, go play, please be careful.
Well, and also, there's the halftime festivities, and you got players that are part of the Royal Court and things like that, so they don't even come in the locker room at halftime. There's that dichotomy there that, okay, we need to make some adjustments, but then again, you got to go be a kid.
Yeah, no, and it is, and we lose the adjustments. You don't get to make the halftime things. You get to talk to some of the kids, but the ones who are on homecoming court are usually your varsity guys. They're the guys that you need, and I think 5 of the 7 this year are football players, and it always seems like that every year. We make up a large chunk of the homecoming court, and it's always not the easiest thing to do on a football game, but it's a high school experience, and it's what the kids do, and it's important to them and their parents. So, you adjust the best you can.
Let's talk about Davis. Big offensive line, a lot of meat up front, and then little guys behind them, so it's going to be kind of tough to find them.
Yeah, no, real big group up front. Quarterback's a small kid, but he's been starter for a couple years now, and they got a running back who's a sophomore who's already got a Division I offer. The kid's going to be special. They've done a good job defensively this year. They've played really well and kept opponents off the scoreboard. I think they've only given up 21 points on the season, or 31, something like that. Not a lot, and they've done a really good job with that. And we've just got to get going offensively and defensively, continue to do what we've been doing, and limit their 2 athletes in space.
Well, and for a limited roster, they're coming off a season where they got 1 win last year. Mm-hmm. They've already doubled that up this year, coming in at 2-1. So they got to, feel pretty confident.
Yeah, no, I guarantee they're playing much more confident than they did last year when they rolled into town against us, when they were sitting at 0-3 and playing us. And, we've kind of been one of the top teams in the league for a few years. And, I'm sure that weighs on a psyche of a high school kid. And, this year they're playing confidently. They feel good about where they're at. And, I think we're going to get a different kind of level of play for them where they believe they can win, and they're going to come out and try to.
Well, best of luck here tonight. Keep everybody healthy, most importantly, and enjoy homecoming.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Michael Don joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back and talk to one of his seniors, Grayton Schneider, coming up next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Like most backseat drivers, I'm all about safety. Uh-oh! Les Schwab Tires is too. Because Les Schwab fixes brakes, steering, and more. See those guys? They just do tires. Eyes ahead, Dad! Look, I'm not telling people how to do their job. Blinker, I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first. Watch, they're gonna come greet me.
Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Allergens. You can't see them, but they live in your carpet and your air ducts. Call the experts at Clean Air Connection for a clean, healthy living environment. Experience, education, and the right equipment equals the best cleaning job possible. Call Clean Air Connection today. Pet dander, allergens, dust, and pollen? Trust your home's carpet and duct cleaning to the experienced experts at Clean Connection. This locally owned family business educates their staff and uses only the best equipment. Call Clean Air Connection today.
Pre-game show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel as we talk with one of the Eastmont seniors, Grayton Schneider, joining us now on homecoming week. How's it been for you?
It's been fast. The week flew by for us. I mean, coming off Wenatchee where it's hectic, and now homecoming, all the events.
Those are kind of 2 stacked weeks in a row, aren't they?
Yeah, and then Timberline the week before, playing on a Saturday.
Right.
It's different.
So every senior I talk to, and of course it happened to me my senior year, they always tell you when you're a freshman, sophomore, boy, before you know it, you're a senior and your whole career is almost done. Is that kind of how it's been for you?
Well, for me, having 3 brothers, it kind of, like my freshman year was slow, COVID, and then all of a sudden I was a senior and my brothers were gone. Just watching them, like growing up, watching them play, it went fast for me.
I get this question a lot. They're like, how many Schneiders are there, for gosh sakes?
There's only 4 of us. I'm the last one.
Okay.
Hopefully more in the future. But.
So being that you had athletic brothers and things like that and that played before you, is that kind of a pride thing, a family thing to keep that tradition going?
Well, it's always been, my dad growing up just telling us stuff and like watching my brothers play. He would like teach us things, and it's always been something that like I felt I've had to like live up to, which has been hard at times. But like Logan, Devin, Jaron, they're all first teamers. Logan was a defensive MVP. Devin was offensive. So it's a lot to live up to, but it's fun going home to them.
Well, talk about this week and preparation for your finally getting home to play, for goodness sakes, and what the senior message is to the rest of your team about, hey, this is our turf.
Well, I mean, we see Wenatchee's field as our turf now. That's what we talk about all week during that week. I think our mentality is just go out there and play. I mean, it's the last home game pretty much.
Yeah.
So, because who knows how many we're going to get.
Right.
Because we don't know if the crossover game's going to be here, which is what we're looking forward to. Moses Lake, our last home game, that's going to be a fun one. Yeah. But we just got to take care of Davis here.
We'll talk about the Pirates and what you expect.
They have a really good running back, 215, offer from Nevada, but he doesn't have anyone else surrounding him, but he's their guy. So our goal is just to take care of him and just seal the deal.
They got some big fellas up front to block for him too.
Yeah, their O-line is big. They lack speed for any pulls, but so we're gonna match our big guys on their big guys, but they have a 6'4" wide receiver that is scaring our defense, but I think we can handle him.
Well, let's talk about your goals coming into this season for you and the rest of the seniors and what you guys want to achieve.
Playoffs. We want to make a run in the playoffs, and I mean, I believe we can do. Like right now we're ranked 4th, and Moses Lake's 2, so we got some competition. We got to take care of the league first and then hopefully make a run.
When you have free time, what do you like to do?
Well, it depends on the season. Winter, I usually hunt. Summer, I like to go to the beach, boating.
Okay.
In my family, it's mostly lifting. Everyone lifts.
Talk about what you hope to do after high school.
I want to go to WSU and become a financial advisor.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Very nice. And what about sports after high school? Is this the end-all, be-all for you?
I mean, I've gotten offers, Central, Whitworth, Puget Sound, but I don't think I'm going to continue. Just like my brothers, I mean, they all got offers. It's just, yeah.
So will you eventually come back to the Valley and put your business up here, or?
That's the hope. Maybe coach a little bit too on the side.
Okay.
Contribute back to the program.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. So I got to ask, I'm a hunter as well. So what's your hunt? What do you hunt? What do you go after?
Mostly duck.
Okay.
My brother and I will go deer hunting a lot, but my dad was a big time hunter. Goat, bear, cougar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, with football season going on, it kind of interferes a little bit with the deer and elk hunting and things like that. So do you have to have a good dog? Do you have a good dog for duck hunting?
Yeah, we have a dog named Goober.
Okay.
She's a black lab. She's a little on the hefty side, but she floats. That's why we keep her hefty.
Well, and she stays warm in the wintertime and cold water too. So, well, great, and best of luck here, not only tonight, but the rest of the season and whatever you do in the future.
Thank you.
All right, Graydon Schneider joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back and get you the starting lineups for homecoming. It's Davis and Eastmont coming up next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets. Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether. We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Abby's has been around the Pacific Northwest for generations. Yep, our parking lot used to have phone booths, and this amazing hair was considered to be in style. You know what hasn't changed in the past 59 years? Our recipes, hand-rolled dough, and toppings to the edge. That's what makes us legendary. It's back, baby. You asked for it, and Abby's listened.
Bacon.
Cheddar! Yep. This amazing pizza is on sale for a very limited time. Hurry in or order at abbys.com. Your taste buds and family will thank you.
And welcome back once again here to Eastmont High School and Wildcat Stadium, along with Grant Olson, Eric Granstrom with you here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Let's take a look at our starting lineups here. It's brought to you by TC Slingers. Let TC Slingers save you time, money, and labor with their conveyor application. Call for your free estimate today at 509-885-2269. That's 509-885-2269. TC Slingers of Wenatchee, your landscape placement company. As we see the cheerleaders and the band coming in, getting ready for homecoming here tonight at Eastmont High School. Let's take a look at the starting offense for Eastmont. And up front is where it always begins. And the center is Ernesto Villa, 5'8", 215-pound senior. The guards are Damian Arellano, a 6', 230-pound senior, and Abe Garcia, 5'8", 235-pound junior. The tackles on the left side, you got Riley Morgan, a 5'11", 200-pound junior. And on the right side, Armando Farias, a 6', 210-pound senior. The wideouts for the Wildcats, Adrian Ruffins, 6'4", 180-pound senior. And Grant, you're thinking Adrian Ruffins might have a big night tonight against these diminutive defensive backs.
I think he's a key player for Eastmont tonight. I really do.
Other wide receivers, Jace Travato, a 5'7", 132-pound senior. The wingbacks, Peyton Guest, a 5'7", 155-pound senior, and Landon Moore, a 5'7", 160-pound senior. In the backfield, Gunnar Peterson, all-world, 530 yards rushing so far. And believe it or not, only 4 touchdowns on the season.
That is kind of hard to believe.
It is.
It is.
Gunnar Peterson, a 5'9", 190-pound senior. The quarterback is Luke Gale, a 6'2", 180-pound senior. And I wouldn't be surprised to see the Wildcats try to throw the football around a little bit.
I think they're going to do that a lot more than people think tonight. I think they're going to key on Peterson, and with that mismatch in that backfield, the secondary, I think they can take advantage of that.
Eastmont coming in with a record of 3-0, and their coaching staff, of course, Michael Don, the head coach, he is assisted by Matt Esselstrom, John Bush, Isaiah Davis, Omar Figueroa, Jay Foster, J.P. Dupuis, Bradley Riggs, Ryan Tuller, and Josh Simonson. As you see the Wildcats gathering down beneath the goalposts to the west end of the field here at Wildcat Stadium on a gorgeous night for football here tonight at Eastmont High School. Let's take a look at the starters for the Davis Pirates defensively, with the Pirates coming in with a record of 2-1. As they break through the barrier, the banner here at Wildcat Stadium. And we welcome them here to the field tonight to do battle with the Davis Pirates, who are not here. They're just in the locker room. They'll be here shortly. The nose guard up front, Gerardo Lara, is a 6'3", 290-pound junior. They got some beef up front. Jacob Dove is one of the defensive tackles, a 6', 220-pound junior. Miguel Galvez is the other tackle, a 5'10", 245-pound junior. Outside linebacker, Damian Guizar is a 5'11", 186-pound junior. Sergio Silva, the other outside backer, he's a 5'9", 160-pound senior. Inside backers, Phoenix Sanchez, a 6', 195-pound senior, and Marcos Montes, a 5'10", 197-pound senior. The corners, I want to make sure I get the pronunciation of this right. I had it written down on my notes here. Where did it go? There we go. It's Aiden Tekamakamua. There you go. I think I got it right. Aiden Tekamakamua is a 5'10", 140-pound sophomore. And Grant, you know, I hope the best for he and his parents and all of his family, but I hope he doesn't make a single tackle tonight, because I'll just say Aiden all night long. The other corner is Jaden Corbray, a 5'6", 140-pound senior. The strong safety is Jason Chavez, a 5'6", 153-pound senior. The free safety, Becken Murphy, a 5'10", 5'10", 140-pound senior. And how about that name? I love Becken Murphy. That
is a good name.
Those are the starters for Eastmont's offense and for the Davis defense. And we will get the rest of the starters as Davis will line up on the far side. And we are moments away from our national anthem, so we'll take a quick break and come back and get you more of our lineups brought to you by TC Slingers. We're getting ready for football tonight. It's Eastmont, it's Davis coming up here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Tune in Monday through Friday at 5, 6, and 10 for the NCWLIFE Evening News, or go to our website at ncwlife.com, or you can visit us on Facebook. North Central Washington, the NCWLIFE Channel has you covered.
Wenatchee Valley. Here, most of us really enjoy the great outdoors, and most of us try to make the most of our natural resources. Here at Apple Valley Honda, we know that for generations, we have harnessed nature to sustainably power the West, and we are proud to be part of that tradition as an environmentally green dealership award winner. Being a green dealership means Apple Valley Honda has reduced our overall environmental impact. We are so proud to live in this wonderful community.
And welcome back once again as we'll continue taking a look at our TC Slingers starting lineups here for the game tonight. Well, we're actually in time, just in time for the national anthem. So let's listen in, shall we?
Presentation of the colors posted by cadets from the Pangborn Composite Squadron, Civil Air Patrol. Civil Air Patrol is an auxiliary of the United States Air Force specializing in emergency services, aerospace education, and cadets programs. The Color Guard team is led by Cadet Captain Elijah Rinke and supported by Cadet Master Sergeant Connor Lyons, Cadet Master Sergeant Apollo Decker, and Cadet Master Sergeant Robbie Kabatek. Tonight, our national anthem will be performed by the Eastmont High School Jazz Choir and members of the American Sign Language Club. Please remain standing until the Color Guard has departed from the field.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, where so gallantly stream, and the rockets red glare, their balls bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Once again, please remain standing until the Color Guard has retired from the field.
Well, a wonderful way to start our homecoming ceremony here tonight at Eastmont High School as we get ready for football here between the Davis Pirates and the Eastmont Wildcats. Take a look at the Davis offense here. As we talked about, a little bit hamstrung here tonight, but big.
Gigantic.
Up front, Gerardo Lara is the center. He's a 6'3", 290-pound junior. The guard on the right side, Marcos Montez, a 5'10", 197-pound senior. He's the lightest by the way. Miguel Galvez is the other guard, a 6', 290-pound junior. The tackles, Joaquin Peralta, 6'3", 285-pound senior, and Alex Garcia, a 6', 249-pound junior. So, Grant, if you're Davis, why don't you just tuck the ball into somebody's hands and say, run behind the big fellas?
You know, that's what they probably did before McGee got hurt. Now they have a little different ball game tonight.
Yes, they do. The wideouts, they are speedy. Let me tell you, Jaden Corbray is a 5'6", 140-pound senior. Beckon Murphy, a 5'10", 185-pound sophomore. And also Blake Garza, 6'5", 190. He's a senior. He's a wideout, so watch for him.
That's for sure.
Maybe a height advantage down the field. Phoenix Sanchez is a 6', 195-pound senior tight end. In the backfield, well, we were expecting Lance McGee. He's out, so LaDainian Dennis will get the start at 5'8", 185-pound, also a sophomore, by the way. The quarterback calling the signals is Jason Chavez, a 5'6", 153-pound senior. So those are the lineups here for tonight's ball game between Eastmont and for the Davis Pirates. And something Michael Don was telling me, he says it's weird that we've not worn our red uniforms yet this season. So this is the first time they get a chance to wear the red.
Isn't that strange?
It is.
Took 3 games to get home, and here they are. And I'm sure they're glad to be here. And it's kind of nice, your first game back, and it's homecoming. So it is a real homecoming, like you said in the pregame.
Definitely so. Dennis Brandstetter is our white hat tonight's referee. And so he is talking with the coaching staff for Davis before we get to our coin toss here. And there might be a conversation about Davis's delay of getting to the field here before our pregame. I don't think they were officially late, but you can't throw a flag for delay a game before the kickoff if the teams aren't on the field at a certain time.
I can't imagine what else they'd be chatting about at this point. The captains are ready to come to the middle of the field, so maybe they are discussing that a little bit. I don't know.
It could be. Davis in their traveling whites, trimmed in orange and black. AC Davis High School, by the way, the official title of the high school down in Yakima.
The head coach Jay Dumas has been there a long time, hasn't he?
I think this is his 4th or 5th season since he took over the program.
Yeah. But boy, they never have. We talked about only 26 kids out here tonight, but they've never had a lot of
not really.
kids out for football. So it's really not that big a surprise. But when you see the difference, it's like Eastmont's playing a two-way school over there.
Well, exactly. And they have just about as many people in the stands as they do dressed up in uniform.
Look at that. What a difference.
Here in the ball game. So, yeah, you can see in the foreground of this shot, this is a great shot thanks to Malcolm Whitehall in the van and our crew here tonight. Yeah, you've got all of these red jerseys in the foreground, and then just a few little guys over across the way. That's the Davis Pirates across the way in the black helmets and the white uniforms.
As a little bit of credit, too, they do have about 4 guys injured, so they may have 30 or a few more than that. But, yeah, a lot of good players out tonight for Davis.
Definitely so. Well, while we have this delay, let's go ahead and get another commercial break in here before we get our kickoff. As Davis comes to call to take on the Wildcats. And, hey, on paper it may look one way, but you still got to get out there and put the ball in play and see what happens. We will do that when we come back here next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCWLIFE and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
Können Sie mir das Problem sagen? Meinen Zylinder überschwimmt. Flute, ich habe mein Fugen verloren. Keine Sorge.
Global Car Care. We speak your car's language.
Fragenschlüssel.
Well, I got a leaky transmission, my head gasket's shot, and I could use some new brake pads.
That dog don't hunt.
Global Car Care. We speak your car or truck's language.
All right, we're back just as the captains are heading out towards the center of the field for Eastmont. That would include Gunnar Peterson, also Josh Leonhardt. Joining them on the field, Graydon Schneider, whom we talked to in our pregame show. And the final captain is Christian Nevers for Eastmont.
But what a family. In that pregame show, you talked about a little bit. Snyder family has just been prolific here at Eastmont High School.
They have.
Every single kid that we've covered, boy that we've covered, has been a great athlete. It's really something.
Joaquin Peralta is big number 55 out there. He's one of the captains for Davis. Another captain out there is Phoenix Sanchez. He's number 33. The captain wearing number 5 is Jaden Corbray. Now he's a scat back. He's a water bug, so you got to watch for him. Definitely.
Remember, I brought that up in our pregame, Eric, a little bit. Sunnyside, with their wide-open offense, trips every offensive set, gave Eastmont some trouble last year. I mean, granted, Sunnyside was no slouch last year. They had a pretty good team, but, boy, it seems to give Eastmont a little bit of trouble. We'll see if they can not have that happen tonight.
Jason Chavez was the other captain that was out there for Davis, as we have the coin toss now decided. And I got so busy talking about captains, I didn't pay attention to who won the toss.
And I was looking at you talking, and I didn't either.
I think Eastmont is going to receive the football here. We shall see. The kick returners for the Wildcats, if it is Eastmont getting the ball first, Peyton Guest and Landon Moore would be the kick returners. And I see Landon Moore out there. So I think Eastmont will get the football as our officials from the Chelan County Football Officials Association get set. And again, we have no idea why the delay and why the extended conversation between the officiating staff and the coaching staff for Davis. So not quite sure what was going on there. By the way, Jay Dumas, the head coach, Jared Washington, Vic Garcia, Joseph Leary, Michael Haggerty, Jeff White, David Trimble, Eric Lee, Ben Dennis, Akeel White, Miguel Arellano, Devin Martin, and Lauren Wood. That's the coaching staff for Davis. They almost have more coaches than they do players.
I was just going to say that.
So it is Eastmont going to get the kickoff here, as we're about ready for football here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Maybe they were waiting for a TV timeout. They thought that we had a 7:05 kickoff. Maybe that's what they
We'll give them that.
And now the ball falls off the tee, so we'll get it.
Well, you know, the wind has come up, but it's not really going to affect either team because it's blowing across the field. It's not blowing end to end, so it really shouldn't affect a team going against the wind at any point.
Well, I guess if it's across the field, though, it might affect the kicking game a little
Well, that's true.
Kickoff will sail out of bounds, and that's the way the wind is blowing. And so it went with the wind, and that looked like one of Grant's tee shots at Three Lakes.
Absolutely. Here I am in the trees. Yep. But this isn't the start that Davis wanted. They don't like giving Eastmont this great field position already to start the game.
Yeah, so how they adjudicate that, again, we've talked about this here before, but I'm a geek with officiating since I used to officiate for 10 years. It's the longest penalty in sports, in football. At 25 yards is marked off from the kick position. So they actually go 25 yards from the 40-yard line. So Eastmont will have it at their own 35-yard line. So that's where they will set the offense, and it'll be Luke Gale and company. He's got Ernesto Villa up front as his center. They're still trying to settle in on the offensive line here for Coach Don, and he's going with this crew, and we might see some subs as we go throughout. But a first down ball at the right hash mark here for the Wildcats, as Gale will come under center, and he'll just take the ball, snap it, and go right up the middle behind his offensive line and get 10 yards nearly, and that's a good carry for first down yardage. Give him 8 yards out to the 48, and they're going to go with a hurry-up offense. Or 43-yard line, I should say. So 8 yards to the 43. They'll turn, hand it off to Peterson. He's just going to pile drive across the 45 and out near midfield, and a first down for Eastmont. They'll put it out to the 48, so a gain of 5 yards. So just like that, Grant, a couple of carries right up the gut and a first down.
Yeah, they're making no bones about what they do best, and that's run the football, and they're not deviating from that here early on.
Splitting out wide to the left here will be Jackson West, as Ruffins is wide right. First down and 10, and handoff second man through. This is Guest around the right side, but he is hog-tied and brought down. Good play on the right side, left side defensively by Felix Sanchez. Reached a big arm out and brought him down after a short gain of just 3 yards on the play.
That was a tackle with authority there. Somebody missed a block. He was right in there from his linebacker position.
And that's what you want from your linebackers if you're Davis, is to read, flow, tackle, and be done with it. Second down and 7 here for the Wildcats, already into Davis territory after they kick off the one out of bounds. Again, they'll go Guest running around the right side, and Davis trying to stretch it out. So you got it inside the man who turned it in and upfield, and almost good enough for a first down. He's going to be a couple of yards short. They'll put him down near sideline at about the 44-yard line.
Tackle is Montez.
So it'll be third down coming up after a 5-yard gain to the 44.
And that was a great call by the offense for Eastmont. It caught Davis on a blitz, full blitz that time, and they got it to the outside.
So Eastmont's with lots of choices here on what to do on a third down and short for Luke Gale and company. Davis cheating up inside. Here come the backers showing a little blitz. They're going to turn and hand it off. It's Landon Moore around the left side as he is tumbled down inside the 40 to the 37-yard line, and a first down for Eastmont.
Spreading the ball to all 3 backs, that's for sure here on this first possession. 4 of the plays to those 3 backs.
Well, and that's something in the past we've seen a lot, was Eastmont sharing the ball a lot between those 3 running backs, the 2 slot backs and the tailback. And we hadn't really seen a lot of that because Gunnar Peterson's been chewing up most of the yardage.
He has.
But showing a generosity of sharing the wealth here tonight so far. So first down from the 38. Gale goes back to pass, throws out in the flat. The ball caught. A dance around one man inside the 30 down to about the 25-yard line as the helmet comes off of West after the tackle. A little good juke move and got himself enough for a first down.
About 13 on that play. Nice pass and catch. Jackson West, nice play after the catch to get those extra yards.
They'll put him at the 26. That's a gain of 12 yards on the first pass play of the game. And I walked out on the surface here, Grant. I mean, it looks great on TV, but I'll tell you what, it's pretty soft. We had a little bit of rain here the other day, but not enough. It should affect the field like this. Handoff up the middle, and a good job by Davis to snip this one out on a short play to Gunnar Peterson, as it was one of those big guys up front that latched on to the running back. I think that's Gerardo Lara that got in there on the stop. Second down coming up for the Wildcats, and they're going to go hurry up again. They will give him 5 yards on the play, and another handoff, and it's Peterson again running left side. Peterson's going to be close to a first down as he's finally spilled down at about the 16-yard line.
Peterson, once again,
that's going to be awfully close right there.
Damian Guizar on the tackle for Davis.
Ball down near the 16-yard line.
We get some help from the fans down below. And they'll put it at the 16, and that will be a first down for Eastmont. The officials not making the team wait for the chains to set. Davis jumps, and we're going to get our first flag of the football game as Davis goes into the neutral zone.
Nice hard count by Luke Gale. Actually saw his head move a little bit there to give that extra oomph on that count, and it got Davis to jump.
Well, that's something that Eastmont really needs to reel in are the penalties.
Yeah.
They had over 80 yards, I think, of penalties last week in the game. You know, a big win, 49-10. But, you know, we saw that in years past, too, where Eastmont would get, you know, a good win on the night, but then kind of the mark against them was the penalty markers. Back to pass, Gale throws right, the ball caught, and then down at the 1-yard line, I think it's Jackson West again on the catch. Beautiful little pitch and catch to the right side.
Absolutely. Nice play there. Unfortunately, you're down in high school when you touch the ground, or you could have just rolled in there, but he's a yard short. But, yeah, Gale looks on tonight, 2 for 2, 24 yards.
Pass was a little bit low, so he had to go down and get it. That's what caused him to lose his balance and fall forward. So it's first and goal from the 1. Eastmont trying to score first here on homecoming night, and they will as Peterson gets it into the end zone from a yard out. Probably his shortest touchdown run of the year from a yard away.
Nice opening drive for Eastmont. A couple of passes mixed in, but generally, and as you'd expect, on the ground for this Eastmont Wildcat team, and a really effective drive. The up front guys did a great job, and if you're Coach Don, that's exactly how you want to start the game.
10 plays and 65 yards, capped off by the 1-yard Peterson run.
With the 1-yard touchdown run.
So Kai Pefferman will come in to tack on the extra point. He will kick out of the hold of Graydon Schneider. 8:16, the clock stops on the touchdown by Eastmont here in the first quarter of play. We have a penalty flag. The officials are talking it over here.
I think something may have happened at the end of that run by Peterson. He had a little pushing match, I think, with one of the defenders of Davis, so I'm not sure.
Well, Dennis Brandstetter, our referee, is going all the way over to the other sideline to talk to the coaching staff for Davis. So I don't see any laundry on the field, and I don't see him marking anything off here. So maybe some preventative officiating going on?
I don't know.
But just saying, hey, oh, no, they are going to say a dead ball, personal foul against Eastmont, and it will be enforced on the kickoff.
I did see Gunnar Peterson do something at the end of that run. I don't think the Davis player let him up it quick, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What he thought would be quick enough, and he gave him a little,
Okay. So that is that was why they had the discussion over with the coaching staff, because you got your choice. You can march it back on the extra point or take it on the kickoff, and the extra point here from regular distance is good by Pefferman, and so Eastmont leads it. 8:16 to go here in the first. 7-0 our score. We're back after this here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
You're watching Big 9 football tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel, and so after the penalty following the touchdown that apparently was on Gunnar Peterson, 15 yards marched off here, so Davis might get good field position on this kickoff, which will be handled by Josh Leonhard. And I apologize. I announced his name about 3 different ways last Friday in the Bridges Sportsmanship. I know better than that. So Josh has it teed up at the 25-yard line.
You did a great job, by the way, last week, all by yourself.
Thank you.
It was fantastic.
We've had some illness spread through our building, and poor Grant got sick during the day on Friday last week and missed the big game. Return man brings it up across the 35. So Davis going to have pretty good field position for their first offensive scrimmage of the game. The Damian Guizar on the return there.
For the Pirates, Damian.
Anxious to see how this big offensive line of the Pirates moves out here tonight. You know, it's difference between being big and being able to move. So we'll see what kind of movement these guys have.
Well, and that's talking with the coaching staff for Eastmont and talking with the players. They said, yeah, they're big, but they're not very athletic.
Okay.
So we'll see about that. But they are 6 feet and 260 pounds on the average across the front. And in a shotgun formation, Jason Chavez is where he likes to camp, about 3 yards back of the backfield. He's got 2 running backs surrounding him. He'll turn and hand it to the tailback and just driving his legs across the 40 out to the 42-yard line. On the first carry of the ball game is the man who's going to probably carry the load tonight, LaDainian Dennis.
Damian Dennis, the ball carrier for the Pirates.
Gain of 4 yards on the running play, and Grant, I just say continue doing that.
Well, they're going to have to. If they're going to establish a passing game at all, they're going to have to get a run going here at some point.
So 2nd down and 6, man in motion, and they will go on a jet sweep. They hand it off to Dennis again, and he is ripped down at the 45-yard line. And was that Frazier?
It was.
Big glove on him and brought him down. Tell you what, Connor Frazier is a load. 6'3", 230 pounds, a senior. Has definite football plans in his future. 3rd down coming up for Davis from the 45.
Any word on where he might be going to school after this?
I have not heard officially yet. There was a lot of offers that were played out there in the summertime during camps and such, but don't know that he's made that choice as of yet. 3rd down coming up. Handoff again to Dennis, and he's got nothing going on because Eastmont's all around in the backfield. Frazier and Kalunga, first of the several to get there. Also some help from Skylar Bryant, and they'll drop him for a loss back to the 44. 4th down for Davis.
Ball carrier, Damian Dennis.
Well, that's what the defense, what you want if you're Eastmont to start this game. Your offense did their job, and now you did your job, 3 and out.
Jace Travato will drop back to receive the punt here inside his own 20-yard line, and Chavez, who is the quarterback, is also the punter. A little late to the party is one of the linemen here for Davis. They get everybody all set. It's a high snap and pressure, but the punt away. High spiraling kick, and Travato will field it at the 25. Spin away from one man, but then hog-tied there and dropped at about the 27-yard line, and that's where Eastmont will have it. Good coverage downfield by Davis on a fairly short punt. So Eastmont will get the football back with 6:04 to go here in this first quarter of play. And again, Grant, we'll just see how Coach Don and company decide to work the playbook.
Well, it was 8 runs, 2 passes on that last possession. So we'll see if they maybe mix it up a little bit more this possession or stay the same.
They'll put it at the 28 here, 1st down and 10 for Eastmont. They're into the field as Luke Gale looks over a 3-man defensive front down. Handoff. Peterson, look out. He's caught from behind, but he'll drag a man all the way out to the 40-yard line as Peterson gets his biggest run of the game so far on a 1st down carry. And it just looks so simple, Grant, and suddenly he's out for 10, 12 yards.
You know, it's a combination of the deception of this modified wing T and just the power of Gunnar Peterson. He's just so powerful a runner that it's those two combination of things.
So 1st down coming up from the 40 for Eastmont. Gale back to pass, looks left, throws left. The ball caught over there. There's Ruffins. Ruffins will rough his way out to midfield as he just put a shoulder down as the would-be tackler came up. Corbray, height advantage, size advantage, and winner is Ruffins, and he'll get 9 on the play.
Another nice throw by Luke Gale out in the flat that time, and I think Davis is playing so far off of these receivers that that's open. That's right there.
Well, Gale's perfect so far?
He is, 3 for 3.
2nd down and short. Here's the one where you maybe go to the end zone. We'll see. Gale looks over to his right. Linebackers cheating in, and they'll turn and hand it off to Guest, and Guest gets around the right side. They'll get a 1st down and more in front of the Eastmont bench, finally taken down at about the 39-yard line, so a good gain there of about 10, 12 yards.
Yep, 12 for Guest there. Great blocking again around that right side, but it all starts up front where the deception happens, and it fooled a lot of those Davis linebackers who kind of stayed at home instead of pursuing to the outside.
Well, and sometimes, Grant, you get those linebackers up inside, and then you've got an outside play call. Or maybe even Luke Gale changed it at the line to do that outside run.
Because that's really the second time they've caught him now on a blitz like that.
A turn, handoff, and it is Landon Moore picking his way past a blocker. Gets away from one man.
Oh, boy.
Shirt tail tackle keeps him from getting into the end zone. He'll get 9 yards inside the 30 to about the 29, almost enough for a 1st down.
For the Pirates, Jaden Corbray.
They're going to take a look at it here and see if it's enough for the 1st down.
Looks just short, doesn't it?
Just short. So we'll say the 30. Jackson West splits out wide to the far side of the field, near side right. Gale back, looks left, has time, now pumps, now throws.
Oh,
wide
beautiful
receiver,
throw.
wide open, touchdown, Eastmont. Beautiful pump and fake and throw by Luke Gale. Hits Jace Travato for the touchdown.
29 yards on that pass, 4 for 4 so far in this half, and this quarter for Luke Gale. What a great start through the air. And that pass was a thing of beauty.
And Jace Travato's first touchdown of the season. The senior comes through with the catch.
Boy, that was a pretty ball. Just perfectly thrown into the side of the end zone there, and just well done.
Well, you talked about the defenders playing off the receivers. Well, they started coming up a little bit.
They did.
So you do a pump and go, and there you go. Pefferman with the extra point here for Eastmont. And they kick away, and it is good. With 4:20 to go here in the first quarter, Eastmont 14, Davis nothing. You're watching Big Nine football on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hey, hon, would you run this around to the wash rack?
Oh, okay.
Hey, hon, what happened?
They shrunk the truck.
The all-new mid-size Canyon is now available at Sangster Motors.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen is a good option for me. The risk of addiction, it's not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
Well, the drive, 5 plays, 72 yards, 2 minutes and 2 seconds off the clock. Gale on the touchdown pass of 29 yards to Travato. The extra point good. 4:20 left here in the first. 14-0 all Eastmont so far.
2 possessions. Luke Gale 4 for 4, 62 yards and a touchdown.
Well, we kind of thought maybe they'd try to throw the football. Short kickoff by Leonhardt here and taken by the up man across the 30, and Davis going to have pretty good field position again, as it was Sergio Silva who decided to nab that one.
Silva should have let that go. I think it was going out of bounds over there, Eric.
They would have had even better field
They would have.
position. 5 ticks off the clock as Davis will have their second possession of the ball game. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Abby's Pizza. For more than 50 years, Abby's has proudly served the Northwest with toppings to the edge. 100% real cheese and freshly rolled dough. Make it an Abby's Pizza night tonight. Along with Grant Olson, Eric Granstrom with you here on the NCWLIFE Channel. So here goes Jason Chavez trying to solve the riddle that is the Eastmont defense. He'll turn and hand it off to Dennis, and boy, Dennis, if he kept his head up, there was a big hole to his left.
There really was.
He just put his head down and piled drive forward out to the 35-yard line.
Just a couple of yards on that carry. And 4 plays for Davis, and Dennis has been a part of all 4 of them.
Yeah.
I don't think they're interested in throwing the ball at this point right now. They're going to have to at some point probably.
They've emptied the backfield.
Well, they
here,
did now.
So that might tell you.
5 receivers.
Unless
Eric.
they go with a fly sweep, which could happen. Chavez, well, he wants to throw it. Here comes the pressure. Gets away from it.
Boy,
look out. He's got room to run. He'll throw it. The ball caught across midfield to the 45-40. 35 up the far sideline, down inside the 30-yard line. What a pass play for the Davis Pirates. Beckett Murphy collects it, gets the big gain down to the 30.
35 yards on that play. Looked like Eastmont had him. A couple of guys looked like a corner blitz coming in, as well as a linebacker in on him, and Chavez very
we said
athletic.
He's very athletic.
Yeah.
Very shifty, and he just
Who was the receiver that caught that, Eric?
That was Beckett Murphy, number 3.
Okay.
So the first time they throw it for big success. Eastmont with a 3-man down defensive front. Again, they want to throw it over the middle. The ball is caught. There's that big target. And picking his way for 10, for more, for 13 yards.
I think it's coming back, Eric.
Oh, we got a flag down.
Yep.
Phoenix Sanchez on the collection of the pass play, but let's check the flag.
Arturo Meza, the big guard, it looked like he held inside on one of the Wildcats.
Yeah, no initial signal from the official, but he said something to Davis, and Davis started moving their huddle back 10 yards, so that's a pretty good indication right there. Dennis Brandstetter says, yep, it was a hold, but wait a minute, Eastmont declined it? I can't imagine that would be the case, because that would mean a first down for Eastmont.
That doesn't even make sense.
No. Okay, I think he's going to signal again, and there we go. All right.
Jeez.
Okay. Yeah. So that'll be the second penalty against Davis here for 15 yards. One penalty against Eastmont.
That would have been the weirdest coach's decision in the history of football.
Right, exactly. So it'll be first down over again. And they'll put the ball at the 40-yard line. So first and 20 from the 40. Here we go with Cedroli Math again. So Chavez again will empty the backfield here. He'll have 3 receivers to the short side right, 2 receivers wide left. He does have that big target wide to the far side of the field. And back, he'll throw that way, just lofting it up, and it's overthrown. And what an arm, though.
Holy cow.
By Chavez. He was trying to find Blake Garza. He's that 6'5", 180-pounder, and he will reign over everyone if he throws it that way.
Threw that thing about 50 yards in the air.
So Eastmont can't get sleepy here in overconfidence, even though they lead at 14-0 here as the clock stops on the incomplete pass with 2:36 to go in this first quarter. It's one thing, you know, you look at that game last week against Wenatchee where it was just a 14-3 ball game at halftime. You know, Eastmont has had that tendency to let teams hang around and be confident, you know, at halftime.
Blitz.
Chavez throws the ball incomplete, and he got pressure that time as getting in and giving him a pop after he threw the ball was Christian Nevers. No flag down. It'll be 3rd down and 20 coming up for the Pirates.
These are the kind of down and distances that Davis needs to stay away from in this game.
Definitely so. Cannot afford mistakes or penalties, which is what has backed them up here to the 40-yard line of Eastmont. And we were watching the kicker before the ball game. They do not have the ability to kick a long field goal. So trips to the left here for Chavez on a 3rd and 20. Back to pass. Looking, now throwing over the middle. The ball is almost intercepted. Good coverage downfield for Eastmont. On the coverage that time, knocking the ball away was Peyton Zielinski.
And Zielinski got great help from the safety that time, coming over from his position to help him out. And it ended up being like triple coverage into that pass. Flag down too, Eric. Didn't see that.
Yeah, there was a hold up front because Eastmont, one of the big boys coming up the middle, he got turned sideways. No, they're going to wave the flag off. Okay.
With the ball at the 40-yard.
So it'll be 4th down. I'm sure Eastmont would have declined the penalty anyway.
Yeah. Down in 20, Eastmont.
So now Davis brings in the punting unit. Of course, again, the punter is the quarterback. The quarterback is the punter. And they've got so few people on their roster, you wonder if the kicker is also the holder. I'm kidding. So Chavez back inside the Davis side of the 50, gets a good pass from center, and he'll just fumble this one downfield, and it will die here on the grass and be a very short punt of 20 yards, and Eastmont will have it at its own 20-yard line.
Didn't get a good handle on that snap to begin with, and it threw his timing off a little bit. And then another one of my drives that gets about 30 feet off the ground, this time going right.
So 2 possessions for Davis and 2 punts as Eastmont will get the ball with 2:22 to go here in this first quarter of play, leading at 14-0 here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Did they chalk it up at the 20 or they put it at the 21? They put it at the 21. So a 19-yard punt unofficially. Luke Gale back to pass again, getting hungry here, throwing down over the middle, slings it, the ball caught, and that's Landon Moore from his slot back position, kind of a little drag route over the middle. He'll get the collection for 16 yards and a first down.
Boy, just a nice pass again by Luke Gale. He's had a ton of time. The offensive line is doing outstanding, but that ball was money.
Just going to bring that up, Grant. He had all day to pervade the field and find the open guy, and Landon Moore is that guy.
Yep.
So now we got flags down and motion going to be called against the offense here. The handoff was to Peyton Guest, but it all comes to a halt on the second penalty of the ball game here against Eastmont. 2 penalties and 20 yards. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Apple Valley Honda. Test drive a new Honda today at Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. Committed to preserving the environment, not only with fuel-efficient vehicles, but also with other eco-friendly actions and alternatives. So it'll be first down over again as they'll put it back at the 31-yard line. 1st and 15 here for the Wildcats. Davis again coming right up the middle, and they'll hand it off to Guest, and Guest is caught as it was one of those guys that shot through and nobody touched him. Phoenix Sanchez with the blitz and the run blitz works out perfectly for Davis that time. A loss all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Loss of 6 there.
Loss on the play takes the ball back to the 25-yard line.
As a very astute fan down below says, you're going the wrong way. Always encouraging fans to be as supportive as they possibly can be. So second down and long here for Eastmont. And Davis jumps off sides, so they'll get 5 yards back for free. And I'll tell you, Grant, when big number 77 gets moving one direction, Miguel Ramos at 5'11 and 302, that is an unstoppable force.
That's inertia. And lots of it. Well, that helps a little bit now. Shortens up this second down play, 2nd and 16.
See if Eastmont tries to go back to the ground game here. The linebackers for Davis staying off of the line of scrimmage this time, and they'll turn and hand it off. Second man around is Guest, and he's picking his way. Had a blocker in front. Good patience as he worked his way up the near sideline. Finally taken out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. So gets a bunch of that yardage necessary.
Nice run and nice block. He had the lead blocker right in front of him down the field, and that's Abe Garcia.
He's 3rd down and 2.
And that's something that Eastmont and Coach Michael Don is, he's been wanting to improve upon, is the steps for his linemen and making sure they're making the right assignments, making sure they're just, knowing the play and getting out of the way of the running backs when it's time to make a block. They'll turn, hand it off again, second man through, and this is the backup running back, and he'll get a first down inside the 50 to about the 48-yard line. I think that's Julian Cortez on the carry. It is, and he'll have a first down to the 48. So a gain of about 6 yards on the play into Davis territory, and that's probably going to be our final play of this first quarter as Eastmont is up 14-0 over Davis. Let's see if they try to get one more snap off. There is 13 on the game clock and 15 on the play clock, so they don't have to. Well, let's see what Luke Gale does here. He'll put a man in motion, and he wants to throw it. Looks near side and throws behind his intended receiver. And for the first time tonight, Luke Gale was a little off on his pass pattern on the throw to Jace Travato.
Travato was there, too, just a little bit behind him. Decent coverage out in the flat by the corner, but I think Travato was there. Just not a good pass by Gale that time.
So they'll stop the clock with 1/10 of a second left here in the quarter. Second down and 10 for Eastmont from Davis's 48-yard line. Fake the handoff to one man, then hand it off to Moore, and then Landon tried to cut it back, and he is met by a sea of white jerseys. And actually, the way those big guys are up front, that was kind of like a snowbank that they went into.
It really was.
And that'll be the final play of this first quarter after a gain of just a couple on the carry there by Landon Moore. We're through one quarter here at Eastmont's Wildcat Stadium, where the homecoming, celebration is good so far. 14-0 by the home team. We'll come back with more second quarter action next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill, located in East Wenatchee. Highlander Golf Course has added 2 state-of-the-art full-swing simulators. Food and drink service is available from our full-service bar and grill, offering breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Indoor and outdoor seating available. Call Shalane, our on-site coordinator, to schedule your special event.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local, because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
Well, a touchdown run by Peterson and a touchdown pass from Gale to Travato is the scoring in that first quarter. Eastmont up 14-0 as we head to the second quarter of play. Wildcats facing a 3rd down and long coming up from the Davis side of the 50 at the 47-yard line on this first play of the second quarter. Luke Gale under center, going from right to left as we look at it now. Landed off to Peterson, and nothing happening for Peterson. He gets one of the big fellas to latch onto him, and then a little push and shove after the fact.
And that was a standard handoff.
Yes, it was.
No deception, no wing tee. That was just a straight-up handoff.
Miguel Galvez is the man who latched onto an ankle and wouldn't let go, so it looks like Eastmont's going to go for it here on 4th down. Gain of just a yard for Peterson, whose touchdown run was 1 yard earlier, the first score of the night.
Boy, this is confidence that not only if you don't get it, your defense is going to hold when they come on the field.
Well, Davis showed a little glimpse of life, and now we're going to get a timeout on the field as Eastmont wants to talk it over. This will be the first timeout used of the first half by either team. We'll keep it right here. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Biosports Physical Therapy, Aquatherapy, Sports Biomechanics, Orthopedic Physical Therapy, Orthotics, all you need to keep moving. Find them online at biosports.net, open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Also by Clean Air Connection. Keep your carpet, area rugs, upholstery, and air ducts clean for a healthier environment. Inside your home, call Clean Air Connection for your free estimate, or go online to yourcleanconnection.com. Along with Grant Olson, Eric Granstrom with you here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Sorry for the gravel in my voice. I got impacted by the flu that was going around Wenatchee.
Boy, I guess. It's going around.
I talked to Scott Devereaux, head coach for the Panthers yesterday, and he said that they had 3 guys that were thrown up in the same garbage can during the game last week.
Oh, boy.
And, of course, I went out to practice and shared my microphone around and then talked on that microphone. So guess how I got sick.
Well, glad to have you back.
Well, it's good to be back. Thanks to Dan for filling in for me doing sports earlier this week. So here we go, 4th down and long for Eastmont. Gale back to pass after a couple of fakes in the backfield. He'll find Jackson West for a first down on the far sideline down about the 31-yard line.
15 yards on that pass and catch. West having a good first half as well.
Yeah, West came in to the ball game here with just 72 yards on 5 catches. He already has, 3 catches
for almost 40 yards, yeah.
He's almost double his season output in 1/2 of football.
You know, Coach Don went out there and gave his offense kind of a tongue lashing, and he was focusing a lot of that on his receivers, and what a great play to come on that 4th and 8.
But Gale back to pass again after a handoff fake in the backfield, and he's got the receiver, and he'll come up with a catch and the touchdown. With the reception, it's Peyton Guest.
33 yards.
That was a thing of beauty. A couple of beautiful touchdown passes for Gale here in the ball game so far.
Eric, of all the games that we've covered Eastmont over the years since Luke Gale has been playing quarterback, I think tonight is the best I've seen him throw the football, without a doubt.
He's on the money, that's for sure.
Boy, quick strike there.
Kai Pefferman will kick the extra point. The officials are pleading with Eastmont to get the kickball out.
And you know what this does for Eastmont? They're a running team, but now Davis is thinking, oh my gosh, we got to cover these guys, which opens up the running game then.
Well, and they're thinking so much run, that play action in the backfield, your favorite play in football, is causing the defenders to kind of peek a little.
That's a good point.
And then before you know it, they got a red jersey behind them. High snap on the extra point, but they get it down and get it through. And we'll take a break and come back with 10:51 to go here in the half. 21-0. Eastmont on top.
This is Grace, and this is her world record-holding guinea pig with an iconic name, Abby.
She currently holds the Guinness World Record for the highest bar jump by a guinea pig. I ride horses and I jump, so I kind of thought it'd be interesting to teach my guinea pig to jump like my horse does.
One day she came out of her room and looked at us, and I said, "Did you get it?" And she said, "Yeah, we got it."
After we won our award, we came to Abby's to celebrate.
I have no idea what I'm doing. That's why we need you. We need people to run camera so I can get back down on the broadcast and talk about what's going on. We pay $75 per event. If it's sports, if it's a parade, if it's Apple Blossom, if it's the Super Oval, $75. If that sounds like some extra good money for you, we'd love you to be part of our team. All you have to do is email me, sports@ncwlife.com. sports@ncwlife.com. In the meantime, I got to go figure out this camera.
Welcome back once again as the Eastmont Wildcats cap an 11-play, 79-yard drive on the 33-yard touchdown pass from Luke Gale to Peyton Guest. Extra point makes it a 21-0 ball game.
Luke Gale so far in this half, Eric, 7 of 8, 126 yards and 2 touchdowns.
That's impressive. In fact, I'll tell you about his season numbers coming in here in just a little bit. Kickoff return by Davis is taken and across the 20 out to about the 22, and that's where the return man will be stood up and dropped. He was hesitant about going down, though. Good fight by Sergio Silva there. The numbers on the season coming in passing for Luke Gale. How about 245 yards passing, 16 of 35.
He's got half of that right now in the first half.
Exactly. So it'll be Davis football with 10:43 to go. And they'll have it first down at their own 22-yard line, 23-yard line is where they'll have it. Chavez, who's had a little success through the air so far, will turn and hand it off. No, fake the handoff, throw it out in the flat on the right. The ball caught out there as it's Jaden Corbray with the catch. He's taken down quickly. Looks like Schneider was on the tackle, but not before they get yardage across the 25 out to about the 27-yard line.
Up 4 yards.
And if the defense is going to give it to you, then why not?
Right.
I mean, that works just as good as a handoff, 3 yards, 4 yards.
Yeah, it does. It's exactly like that.
Almost an extended handoff, if you will, on those little short passes to the flats. Dennis still trying to figure out where to line up at the backfield here. They'll turn and hand it to him, and he's got not much happening over the left side.
Boy.
The right defense for Eastmont was eager for the challenge, as it was a host of Wildcats in there. Looks like Austin Padron was one of the first ones to get there.
Matthew Bender was also coming on a safety blitz. It was kind of a delayed blitz from his safety position, but he got in there as well.
It will be no gain on the play, so third down coming up from the 27 of Davis. Pirates just trying to reach into the bag of tricks and see what they can find. Blake Garza is that big wide receiver. He's to the far side of the field in front of the Davis bench. Chavez will send a man in motion. They'll turn, fake the handoff, then throw it high, and it's incomplete. And it was another big target he was looking for, Brecken Murphy, who had a big grab earlier, but he can't come up with this one. So quickly 3 and outs here for Davis.
I like the call by Coach Dumas. I mean, a slant pass, 3rd and 6. It's a good call, but it's got to be, the timing has to be perfect.
Yep, good coverage for Eastmont by Nez Shoemaker. It'll be Chavez back at his own 15 to punt the ball away. Jace Travado, who has a touchdown grab tonight, standing at the Eastmont 35. High snap, and there's pressure. He almost got it. stops nearly dead at the 48 of Eastmont and then bounce out sideways to the 49. That's where it will be down by Corbray. And that's interesting. The ball through the air looks like it's going to take a Davis bounce and then checks up.
Especially on an end-over-end punt. That thing usually rolls forever. Speaking of golf, that looked like one of your approach shots on the green the way it just stopped there,
well,
Eric.
You know, I try to put a little English on it. 9:11 to go here in this first half of play. Eastmont up by a score of 21-0 here on homecoming night. We'll have all the homecoming festivities coming up at halftime. We got a flag down before they can get this one going, and it's going to be motion against the offense. So another backwards situation here for Eastmont. So if there's any ding on the Wildcats so far, it's just kind of mental mistakes.
Yeah, the penalties haven't been terrible in this first half. What's that, their third?
Third penalty for 25 yards.
First and 15.
When you fight for every yard you gain offensively, to give up 5, to give up 10, I mean, it just, as a former lineman myself, it just stabs you in the heart.
Yeah, right, I get it.
The big uglies up front don't like that, Grant. Especially if it's a wide receiver that moves or something clear out outside of the ball. It's like you should know what the play is on.
Gunnar Peterson's right in the slot this time.
Peyton Guest is wide to the right. Rolling that way is Gale. Looking, now throwing deep, looking for Guest, and he pushes off, I thought. No flag down and incomplete on the pass way downfield.
Overran it just a little bit too, but that was good coverage downfield by the Pirates.
That'll bring up second down and 15 for the Wildcats.
I love that play out. They made it look like they were going to Gunnar Peterson in the flat out of that slot position and then go downfield because everybody's keying on Peterson.
That was a good job by Davis to kind of stay deeper than the deepest. Jason Chavez out there as the quarterback on one side of the ball, and he's kind of the quarterback on the defensive side of the ball too, and kind of knew what they were trying to get there. So second down and 15. Let's see if Eastmont tries to simplify it here. The man in motion, they'll hand it second man through. This is Gunnar Peterson. Gunnar with the ball under his left hand as he goes around the left side, and he'll get to the midfield stripe, and maybe just a tad inside of Davis territory before he stood up and dropped.
Nice lead block by Peyton Guest, who was right in front of him. That allowed Peterson to get about 3 more yards on that carry.
Phoenix Sanchez on the stop for Davis. They'll put the ball at the 50, so a gain of 6. Going to bring up 3rd and 9 here for the Wildcats. Ball at the left hash mark. Travato will split wide to the far side of the field. He's got man-on-man coverage out there, all alone on an island. We'll see if Luke Gale looks his way. But no, first we're going to get a timeout called by Davis. So the Pirates saw something, and maybe they were looking at what I was looking at with a man-on-man situation.
That's what I was thinking, too, exactly.
With a man at the top of the screen over there.
And the way Gale's slinging it tonight.
Yeah, that's true. Our broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Coldwell Banker Cascade, encouraging you to leave your mark. Coldwell Banker Cascade is guiding you home in North Central Washington. Also by Confluence Health, high-quality care close to home. Confluence Health is dedicated to improving their patients' health with safe, high-quality care in 12 communities. It's kind of funny that we get the notice, Grant, company-wide that flu shots are available.
Right.
After I'm just recovering from the flu. So again,
yeah, the timing was perfect.
Apologies that I don't have full throat here tonight, but we've got more football coming up next week. We'll have Moses Lake. We'll get a chance to see the Mavericks for the first time this season. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am too.
They'll be in Wenatchee to take on the Panthers next Friday night here on the NCWLIFE Channel, so be sure and tune in for that. Eastmont on a 3rd and long handoff, second man around, and this is their backup wing back on that side. Julian Cortez, he's going to be stopped short of the first down yardage. Pretty good flow by the defense here for Davis. They'll put him at the 44.
Nice run by Cortez as well. 4 guys touching the football now from the backfield.
Gain of 6 yards for Cortez. That's his second carry of the ball game for the Wildcats. And Eastmont going to go for it here on 4th down. And about 3 yards to go. Motion man again. And this is another one of the backups in there for the Wildcats. That's Bodie Yale. And they're going to turn and hand it to Peterson. He's got the first down and more.
Look out.
He's going to go to the end zone all the way for the Wildcats from 44 yards out, just like that. Gunnar Peterson shot out of there like a cannon.
That was the key to that play. The hole was there right off the bat. Great job by the offensive line, and Peterson with that explosive speed just outran the defense of Davis.
Second touchdown run of the night tonight by Gunnar Peterson, and great blocking up front by that offensive line for Eastmont. Kai Pepperman in to try to make it a 28-0 ball game here for the Wildcats. Still a lot of time to go here in this first half of play. Schneider on the hold. The last snap was a little high. Let's see how this one goes. This one's perfect. The spot is perfect, and so too is the kick. We'll take a 60-second break and come back with 7:31 to go here in the half. Eastmont 28, Davis nothing. You're watching Big 9 football on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The score.
I'm Jenny Rojanov-Satian, host of Network TV, and I'm looking for you, our next guest, to come on air live at the NCWLIFE studios. We would love to feature your business, organization, or nonprofit and share about the work or innovation happening inside of your organization. It's super easy to come on air. You just need to send us an email. info@ncwtech.org. That's info@ncwtech.org.
Like most backseat drivers, I'm all about safety. Uh-oh! Les Schwab Tires is too. Because Les Schwab fixes brakes, steering, and more. See those guys? They just do tires. Eyes ahead, Dad! Look, I'm not telling people how to do their job. Blinker, I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first. Watch, they're gonna come greet me.
Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Well, the drive was only 5 plays, 51 yards. The big run, 44 yards of it on a fourth down by Mr. Peterson. Extra point makes it a 28-0 ball game. Eastmont in charge. Davis here tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Gunnar Peterson, 8 carries, 80 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Josh Leonhardt's kickoff will sail and bounce through the corner of the end zone, so that's a touchback. And so Davis will have it at their own end of the field here on their 4th possession of the second half, or 4th possession of the first half, I should say, with 7:31 to go here in the half. They'll have it at their own 20-yard line, and coming up at halftime, we've got the halftime festivities here for homecoming, the selection of the Royal Court and the announcement. So hold on for that. In fact, I'm going to time halftime, and then we'll time our second half. And we'll see which is longer.
Especially if we might have a running clock.
We could. And a turn and a spin here by Dennis. I thought he was going to turn around and do a little flea flicker.
Yeah, I did too, the way he spun around.
Yeah. And he will get all of that and a gain of 2 yards.
Boy, other than that 35-yard pass play, Chavez and Murphy in the first quarter, there has been no offense whatsoever by Davis.
Eastmont, that defense up front for Eastmont is just stiff.
Besides the 35-yard gain, 4 yards has been their biggest play so far.
Jose Espinoza in there as a nose tackle right now for the Wildcats. Back to pass, throwing over the middle. The ball is incomplete, looking for Dennis, but good coverage by Graydon Schneider. Ball will go incomplete, bring up third down here for the Pirates.
2 of 7 now, 39 yards for Jason Chavez.
Incomplete. The ball remains at the 22-yard line. It'll be 2nd or 3rd and 8.
So I think they caught Eastmont unprepared for the first couple of pass plays that they got away. And since then, Eastmont is kind of up for the challenge. They're like, okay, all right, now we see what you're going to do.
Because now they have to pass it. Down 4 touchdowns, really.
4 receivers in this formation on a 3rd down and 8. Chavez rolling left, throwing left, and the ball too high for his intended receiver, looking for Beckett Murphy. And that one's too tall for Murphy. He was already 5'10". And so another 3 and out here for Davis.
On the coverage for Eastmont, Tyson Mora.
The air is just out of the Davis sideline. These players are just wanting to go home already, I think, Eric.
Yeah, definitely so. So I'm trying to see if it's Jackson West or Jay Travato. Looks like Travato that's going to return this punt here. Chavez will drop back inside his own 10. Good pass from center, but again, pressure up the middle, and Travato calls for a fair catch, then drops it and then covers it. And Eastmont will have it at the 47-yard line, first down and 10 from there.
Eastmont has had some great field position in this first half, too. Got to say that.
First and 10, Eastmont.
I think they've been at least close to midfield, a couple of possessions, right?
Yeah, they have. And this will be 2 in a row.
Right.
Where they've had it out near the midfield stripe. So Eastmont with all their possessions ending in scores. Davis, all their possessions ending in punts.
Right. That's the story of this game, right.
So 6:40 to go as Eastmont gets the ball back. First down and 10. Davis cheating up. And they'll hand it off, Will Eastmont. And this is Peterson again, trying to make it 2 in a row. And he just doesn't want to go down. Inside the 30 before he's finally spilled down. It took about 9 guys grasping at his legs, his arms, his shoulders before he finally decides, all right, I'll trip and fall here at the 29.
For the Pirates. Across midfield into Davis territory.
So that is, what, 24 yards on the run to the 29-yard line.
That gets him over 100 yards now. 9 carries, 104 yards this first half.
And, yeah, he did have some blocking up front, but that was a lot of him just not going down. They'll turn, fake the handoff to him this time. Got a flag down and throwing out in the flat and then getting belted after he got rid of the football. The ball was intercepted downfield, but they're calling the play dead before they could even get it going. And so Michael Don is incensed here on the near sideline about some of these, well, kind of brain dead penalties. It's just a matter of getting receivers set and making sure your bodies are set before you snap the football.
What a great shot.
I think that is what is going on right now. So Michael Don trying to take a senior quarterback and say, look, okay, now we need to just settle down. You're in a hurry. I think that's what he just said.
Exactly what he said.
So after the penalty, it'll be first down over for Eastmont from the 34. That penalty is their, I think, third motion penalty here tonight. They've got 4 penalties and 30 yards in the ball game, unofficially.
First down and 15 for Eastmont.
And that's got to be tough, too.
Well, they're on track for those 8 penalties again that we talked about. That's what you need to stay away from.
You've got a quarterback that you're trying to let him loosen up and throw the football more. And he's got those big eyes because he says, man, this is an opportunity. It's rolling out, throwing in the flat.
Oh, beautiful.
Collected by Landon Moore. We got a tackle made down at about the 2-yard line. I thought I had a flag out for a minute, but no flag behind the play. And that's just all Luke Gale right there as he scrambled out and little scramble drill. And was it Peyton Guest or Landon Moore?
It was Peyton Guest.
Peyton Guest.
33 yards on that play. Boy, he led him just perfectly, though. Gale is really on tonight.
So 33 yards on that pass play as it was Peyton Guest who kind of juggled the ball a little bit and put everybody's hearts in their throats for a moment, including Luke Gale. But he comes over the catch and makes it all the way down to the 1-yard line. So here's the Wildcats trying to add to the lead here, and they'll turn and hand it second man through, and Peyton Guest will just walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Eastmont. All Wildcats here tonight.
Wow.
1-yard touchdown run for the Wildcats.
There's still 5:26 left in this second quarter. We're 35, possibly 35-0.
Yeah, we could have that running clock before half here.
I love the play calling tonight by Coach Don. I think it's been a great mix of run and pass. I mean, when's the last time we talked about Luke Gale having 159 yards passing and 2 touchdowns at halftime?
I don't think ever. This is one of those live action games, though, where you've got guys trying to hurt you, got guys trying to hit you, got guys trying to not make it happen. So let's try things that we haven't been too successful on so far this season.
Ooh.
And this extra point is no good. Went wide to the left. I think there was a little problem problem on the snap once again.
Yeah, I do too.
And so it'll be a 34-0 lead here for Eastmont with 5:26 to go in the half.
And boy, you said it in the pregame, Eric. If Eastmont's going to make a run in these playoffs, they're going to have to mix up their offense, run and pass. It's exactly what they're doing here tonight.
Yeah, definitely so. We'll take a quick 30, come back, got you more football coming up here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Well, the drive was all of 3 plays, 53 yards. The big play was that pass play from Luke Gale to Peyton Guest, and then they hand it back to Guest, and he'll cash it in from a yard out. The extra point, no good. Makes it a 34-0 ball game here for Eastmont over Davis. Did you get a final on that Mariner game?
I'll get one right now.
Yeah, so the Mariners down in Texas must win the situation. I mean, the playoffs basically now for Seattle, and it was not looking good for the Mariners tonight.
8-5 final. Rangers win.
Okay. Well, the Mariners scored a couple in the ninth then.
They did.
They were down 8-3, I thought. And ensuing kickoff will be taken by the return man of the 15-20 on the return. Look it out. He's bouncing around the right side and then hit hard. Ouch.
That's a kicker.
Jaden Corbray.
Oh, it is.
Return, and now we got a flag.
Kicker, Josh Leonhardt.
Flying in late.
Kickoff reception for the Pirates, Jaden Corbray.
We'll see what the flag is. It was way from behind the play, so it's one thing you got to be careful of, too. We got dead ball and personal foul against Davis.
Wow.
So Eastmont here, one of the players for the Wildcats, celebrating a little bit about that penalty. And so a couple of linemen come in and say, no. Great shot by our camera crew there.
Doing a fantastic job tonight.
So Davis will have the football, but after a decent return, is going to be backed up half the distance, all the way back to the 14-yard line.
Ball will be marked at the 14-yard line.
Boy, what do you do now if you're Davis?
Chuck it.
I guess you have to. You'd have no choice.
Just got to hope somebody slips and falls down.
And there's no turnover.
Right. 5:19 left here in the half as Davis facing a monumental challenge even larger than when they got off the bus as they trail at 34-0 here. They'll have the ball at their own 14-yard line, first down and 10 for Jason Chavez and company. Chavez pointing out a corner that was cheating in. He'll turn, hand it off to Dennis. Dennis bounces off of one of his own linemen, keeps his legs chugging across the 20 out to the 21-yard line. Good gain there by Dennis.
6 yards. It's his best run tonight so far.
We'll see if Eastmont's getting some reserves in there. It looks like they might be.
I think so, too.
Along with Josh
like it was Aaron Escalera that was in on the tackle there that time for the Wildcats. So second down coming up, and they'll put the ball at the 21-yard line. So it was a pretty good gain on first down. One of the few times Davis has had a second and short this entire first half. They'll turn, hand it off to Dennis again, runs around the right side. He is hit, but then just keeps those powerful legs driving. Should have enough for the first down out to the 25-yard line.
Leading the tackling.
Tackle for Eastmont was Skylar Bryant.
Boy, a rare first down by Davis in this first half. Few and far between. Yeah, they got Joseph Lisson in there now at cornerback. He's a reserve, and I've seen a couple others out there too, Eric.
Well, and why not?
Christian Nevers, number 42 at linebacker. Is he a starter?
Yeah. There's quite a few starters that are still out there for Eastmont. Chavez on a first down and 10 will turn and hand it off to Dennis again. He's got room around the right side again. And will be tumbled down at about the 34-yard line after a decent gain on first down. Coming up and making the stop for the Wildcats, it was Christian Nevers. But they're finding something around that right side there.
Yeah, they are. 9 yards on that carry.
Out to near the 34-yard line. 2nd down and 2, Davis.
Nevers is getting some instructions from the coaching staff on the near sideline. On a 2nd and short, to see if Davis maybe goes to the air here. Chavez turn, and he'll chuck it out to the left, and trouble in the backfield after collecting the ball was Beck and Murphy. Tried to go kind of a pitch play, sort of. The ball just kind of chucked by Chavez.
That was an interesting call.
Yeah, and a loss on the play because Eastmont's defense was all over that one. Schneider and company coming in on the stop, and they're going to be nice and give him a gain back to the line of scrimmage.
Boy, I guess that shouldn't have been. That was a very favorable spot.
So 3rd and 1 coming up for the Pirates. And as Grant mentioned, they have very few first downs here in this ballgame. I think, 3 total. Yep. Back to pass Chavez as he just chucks it up the far sideline. And Shoemaker back on the coverage. They were going for the height advantage at 6'5", 180 in Blake Garza. But he overthrew him. It'll bring up 4th down.
2 of 9, 39 yards for Jason Chavez in the first half.
Well, you got a 4th and about a yard, and it looks like Davis is going to go for it here. Why not?
No, you got to.
Trailing at 34-0 as the clock stopped on the incomplete pass with 2:45 to go here in this first half of play. Again, halftime ceremony coming up for homecoming. We'll have the announcement of the homecoming court. We'll try to listen in to the public address system here as the student body, the ASB, does the announcing and all the presentations of the pomp and circumstance here at homecoming. Now we're going to get a timeout taken because Davis has taken a lot of time to get that play called. And so they'll take a timeout, and I think that is their first timeout they've used here in this first half of play. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning. Welcome back, by the way. Providing heating and air conditioning service and installation since 1982. Serving residential and commercial. They specialize in indoor air quality installation service and repair. And welcome back, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, to our sponsorship group here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Fantastic sports sponsor over the years, that's for sure. Whether it's the Super Oval or basketball or football, they're in.
Little League sports, whatever it is.
Yes.
They do a great job of supporting sports in our community.
Well, Eric, we talked about this just privately, you and I, wondering how this game might go tonight, and you were pretty much right on with your prediction, what you thought might be at halftime.
And just, I mean, I'm not making fun, but I'm pointing out the fact that we'll probably have a running clock here in the second half. So literally, the time frame that it takes from start to finish for halftime could be longer than the time frame it takes to start to finish in the second half of this football game.
It's true.
Because we're expecting about a 20-25 minute halftime deal here. Because I'm sure the band's going to play, and we got the cheerleaders, we got all that fun stuff going on. I mean, homecoming.
Oh yeah,
kind of. Now we talked about this in the past, and I can't remember what you said. Were you a homecoming king? Were you in the royal court?
No, I was in the royal court. My twin brother Greg was the king.
That's
yes,
right. Brother was the king.
More popular than me, I guess.
Handoff Dennis. He's going to get the first down, so Davis is going to maintain possession here. They went with an old-fashioned I formation there, Grant. How often do you see that anymore?
Very little, that's for sure. I love to see it, though. That's football I'm used to watching.
So LaDainian Dennis, he's been a busy guy tonight. He's a 5'8", 185-pound sophomore. And he gets the first down to the 36-yard line. They'll send a man in motion, fake the handoff to him, throw out in the over the edge, and that ball caught.
It is a fumble.
Dropped.
I think it's a fumble.
No,
yes.
Nope. They're gonna say incomplete
The back
pass.
judge was saying first down Eastmont.
No, I think the judge on the far side, the linesman, the head line judge, is going to wave it off and say incomplete pass.
He did look down, didn't he?
Well,
I don't think
he ever had possession of it. I think that's the problem.
Oh, okay.
I think he was juggling the ball as he went to the ground, and so they're going to say incomplete pass rather than a turnover Eastmont. Yep, incomplete pass.
Which is the right call.
Yep. So it'll go second down and 10 from the 36. And he was quick on it. The line judge on the far side of the field, he came in immediately motioning.
And he had the best
he
view.
Saw it. Yeah, and it was in his quadrant. if you look at the officiating crew out there. So.
And you know what you're talking about, Eric.
Not really. So 2nd down and 10 coming up. Ball left hash mark. Throw out in the left. The ball is high and through the outstretched arms of Jaden Corbray over there. And now we get a flag coming after the play is over, and a little pushing and shoving, a little jawing going on. And so this is something the officials really got to watch in a game that's a blowout like this, is that we don't have just ridiculousness that happens after the play.
Well, and Eastmont has to keep their heads and not retaliate, because you're playing against a team that's super frustrated right now, so they have to keep their cool.
Definitely so. Definitely so. Now, the
must
official,
be on Davis.
Dennis Brandstetter, is having a discussion with one of the assistant coaches for the Davis Pirates.
Offsetting, I think, Eric.
And yes, it's going to be offsetting penalties.
You hit it right on the head, a little pushing and shoving by both players.
Right. So it'll be 2nd down over again on the offsetting penalties.
The ball now at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, if you're Eastmont, don't be baited at this point.
And if you get ejected from a game, that means you're out for the next game, which is what Eastmont can't afford to do. Well, nobody can afford to do that. Back to pass. Chavez throws out in the flat, the ball caught, and then immediately caught is the receiver by the defender coming up. Phoenix Sanchez was the man on the reception.
On the tackle.
And then Lasson on the tackle. Good job of coverage and coming up from his defensive back position. Gain of 4 yards on the pass play, and could have been a lot more.
First completion in 5 attempts for Chavez. The last 5 attempts.
So Davis will huddle right at the line of scrimmage, but then first they're going to get a timeout with 1:38 to go. Davis just trying to get something positive here before the end of the half, Grant.
Exactly. You got to take a little bit of momentum into the halftime locker room. You don't want to be down 34-0. Davis does get the ball first in the second half, so they'd love to finish this off with some points.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Davis with the timeout. I've got him now with 2 timeouts taken here in the second half, or in the first half. So they'll have 1 left in the tank. Our broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their #1 priority. Diesel and European cars are their specialty. Pick up and drop off available too. Stop by their website at globalcarcare.net. Should mention too that we've got volleyball next Tuesday. Eastmont hosting Sunnyside in Big 9 volleyball. We'll be at Eastmont's gymnasium for that one, 7 o'clock on Tuesday. And then, as we mentioned, Moses Lake and Wenatchee football next Friday. Grant and I will have your call here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Actually, I think Brandon's going to join you in the booth. And I thought about going down on the sideline with a wireless microphone.
I was wondering what you were going to be doing next week.
Yeah.
That'd be very cool.
Yeah. Although I just got a text from my sister who just told me, hey, by the way, did you hear about the family barbecue next Saturday? And I'm like, well, thanks for letting me know. Yeah. Black sheep. You ever heard of that? That's me. Mm-hmm.
I know your family. I don't think you're the black sheep.
So after the timeout, Davis, see what they cooked up over on the far sideline here. Coach Dumas.
Just another first down is something positive for the Pirates
here. Well, and this is their longest possession.
Oh, by far.
Of the football game.
Yeah.
That's for sure. As they got it out to across the 40, looking at a 2nd down coming up. Or, excuse me, 4th down coming up. And the pass is caught, and a first down into Eastmont territory.
And I think they roughed
down to the 44-yard line. We got a late hit, I think, coming on Eastmont as well. The ball caught by Beckett Murphy on a just quick little hitter. And it's going to be first down and then some.
Of the Wildcats, 1st and 10 Davis.
So to the 45 of Eastmont, so that'll be a 15-yard pass play.
I think it might have been Christian Nevers came in from that linebacker blitz and just got him a little bit late.
Let's see if our referee, Dennis Brandstetter, faces the correct side this time. He does. And roughing the passer is the call. against Eastmont. And so another penalty against the Wildcats. 5 penalties and 45 yards.
With a 34-0 lead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no need for it.
No.
But, and also you got to know that they're protecting the quarterbacks. It doesn't matter the level of play.
Exactly.
From the NFL all the way down. They're protecting those quarterbacks on and just unnecessary roughness. Just not necessary. So first down, they'll put the ball at the 30 of Eastmont after the penalty.
Oh.
And the ball tipped up in the air and almost intercepted. Boy, that was an athletic play by the Wildcat defender.
Leonhard, I think.
Yep, Josh Leonhard.
He had it in his hands.
And, man, he almost was able to scramble after it and still catch it.
Boy, he read that perfectly. He really did.
So second down coming up from the 30. The clock stops with 1:18 to go. Davis with one more timeout, I believe, left in the tank here, as they'll send Blake Garza wide to the far side of the field on a second down and 10. Chavez gets a snap.
Oh, holding.
Now
big
pressure.
time.
Now we'll scramble. We'll throw. The ball is caught inside the 20. And then
I don't know how that could not have been called. That was one of the worst holds I've seen, and the referee was standing right there. Sorry, Eric.
Michael Dawn is demanding that very item from
that was unbelievable.
Tonight.
Unbelievable.
And no call and no flag, and first down to the 18-yard line on the 12-yard pass play.
Chavez to whom?
It was
it Corbray that time?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, I can't believe they missed that call.
So back, handoff Dennis. Dennis had room around the right. He tries to cut it back in left, and he goes back into traffic. It'll be down to the 15-yard line. So a gain of just 3 yards there, and the clock is tick-tock here with 40 seconds left in the half.
Pirates have the ball at the 15.
Chavez about 4 yards deep in the backfield, out of the shotgun. Back to pass again, throws out in the flat. The ball is high, but caught at about the 10-yard line. And he'll stay in bounds, and the clock continues to run here after the catch by Corbray.
For the Wildcats, Jaden Corbray with the reception for Davis.
They'll put him down at the 10, so a gain of 5 yards on that pass play. And they'll spike the ball, and that'll bring up fourth down with 8 seconds left. I thought they had one more timeout, but maybe they don't.
I didn't think they had a timeout left.
Okay, well, wouldn't be the first time I've been wrong. You can ask my
wife. I hear the Eastmont coaches next to us saying they have a timeout left.
For Davis.
Well, if they had the timeout, you'd think they would have used it right there, so they must not. So it will be, after spiking the ball, fourth down coming up.
Play clock's down to 6 seconds right now, 5. They're not going to have time to get this play off.
Now, in high school football, I think they could just, I don't think they have an automatic runoff here. NFL, they'd run this off.
Right, they would.
But I don't think that there is a runoff in high school football. Now, we'll see what the officials do.
Well, that took a long time for Chavez to come back from that sideline.
Absolutely. So they'll just mark it back 5 yards. But they do need to know that they'll start the play clock on the official's whistle. So they got to be ready to go right now. So they start the clock, and for some reason they didn't start the play clock. Now they should have. Or the game clock. They should have started the game clock right there. Back to pass, Chavez has pressure, now scrambles, now looks, now throws. The receiver's open. The receiver catches it. Does he have it in the end zone? I don't see a call yet from the officials.
Or did he go over the line of scrimmage? That's kind of what I was thinking, too.
I don't see a flag down. Where's the signal from the officials?
I think Chavez went over the 15. And really, Eric, all you have to have is a foot, right, back behind the original line of scrimmage, if that's the general rule all throughout levels of football. But you just have to have your foot drag, sort of. Your body can actually be ahead of the line of scrimmage, can it, as long as your leg is still there?
I don't think in a high school football you can do that.
Okay.
Because they don't have the benefit in high school football of having our cameras everywhere,
right,
where they can review it.
That's true.
You know, if they don't think so. So you got to be behind the line of scrimmage before you throw it. So this will be a illegal forward pass and a loss of down, by the way.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
the ball will go over to Eastmont. So that should just about do it here for our first half of play, with 0.2 seconds left on the clock. So Eastmont will have the ball no matter what.
Davis's offense is still out there.
What's interesting is that Eastmont coming off the field very excited about that stop, and it should be.
They don't want to give up any points. You can tell that
definitely
tonight.
Not. The interesting thing, though, regardless of what happened to the line of scrimmage, none of the other officials signified that that was a touchdown, which should have happened.
Yeah.
If the ball was caught cleanly in the end zone, they should have signaled a touchdown.
Right.
And then let the other officials that were behind the play with that call of whether he was past the line of scrimmage wipe it off.
Right, because what if he wasn't?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So kind of some things to clean up a little bit there. Meanwhile, they'll put the ball at the 20-yard line, which
First and 10 Wildcats.
I guess I'm not sure about that as far as the placement of the football is concerned. It should be at the previous line of scrimmage, as far as I know, because it goes over on downs at that point. And here's a handoff to Peterson. Look out, he might try to end this half with a touchdown as he gets it across the 40, still on his feet to the 45, and then finally
helmets flying off
down at the 47-yard line.
32 yards.
Carrying for the first half.
Yeah, 32 yards on the final play of the first half. Just, add that to his resume.
34. Davis Pirates, 0.
So Davis will head to the locker room along with one Eastmont Wildcat over there running to the locker room with him. The rest of his team, hey, they're over here. But he's not paying attention.
Offsetting personal fouls to end that half as well.
Yeah, because we did have a little late skirmish there as well. So I'm sure the official's going to talk long and hard with both coaching staffs about this second half to come as we are at halftime with Eastmont in charge. Davis 34-0. We'll come back with some halftime festivities here at Homecoming coming up here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Allergens. You can't see them, but they live in your carpet and your air ducts. Call the experts at Clean Air Connection for a clean, healthy living environment. Experience, education, and the right equipment equals the best cleaning job possible. Call Clean Air Connection today. Pet dander, allergens, dust, and pollen? Trust your home's carpet and duct cleaning to the experienced experts at Clean Connection. This locally owned family business educates their staff and uses only the best equipment. Call Clean Air Connection today.
Hi, this is Eric Granstrom, the NCWLIFE Channel Sports Director. While the teams are working hard, we're working hard to bring you 20 broadcasts this fall.
Over the middle, the ball is caught, and just like that, gets through everybody. And
It's Eastmont.
to the end zone. Touchdown, Eastmont.
It's Wenatchee.
10-5. Touchdown.
Stephen Cashmere.
Killed by Nell. It's in. Good maneuver. Right footer. Go, 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 go.
Right here on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Welcome back here to Eastmont as the cheerleaders have taken over halftime entertainment here at Wildcat Stadium.
What's down there? What's down there?
Great job by the Eastmont Wildcat cheer team, entertaining our crowd here at halftime of Homecoming 2023. Along with Grant Olson, I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCWLIFE Channel. And we've got the Wildcat Band, who will also perform here at halftime. And by the way, being a former band member myself, and having a daughter who performed, in fact, in this very band, the Eastmont Wildcat Band, it's amazing to me how much work goes in to these performances. They work harder than I think the sport teams do.
It's amazing. It really is. I mean, these kids put a lot of work into this, and this means a lot. This time at halftime, every Friday night, means everything.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely so. And they have to kind of carve out their space to be able to practice.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, they don't get a chance to come out on this field to practice. Mm-hmm. So, you know, lining up on yard lines and things like that doesn't necessarily happen. The other day I was here for practice, and they were over on the other side of the high school on a hillside.
No kidding.
Practicing, trying to get their cadence down and everything else. I was like, holy smokes. So the Eastmont Wildcat Marching Band coming out to perform here at halftime of Homecoming 2023 here for Eastmont High School.
Next up for the halftime entertainment, the Eastmont Wildcat Marching Band.
right, there you go. Eastmont Wildcat Marching Band entertaining here at halftime. We've got the Royal Court presentation coming up. We'll take a quick break. You're watching halftime here at Homecoming. Eastmont all over Davis in this first half, 34-0. It's Big 9 football on the NCWLIFE Channel. We'll be back after this.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders, or something else altogether.
We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
The Wenatchee Valley. Here, most of us really enjoy the great outdoors, and most of us try to make the most of our natural resources. Here at Apple Valley Honda, we know that for generations, we have harnessed nature to sustainably power the West, and we are proud to be part of that tradition as an environmentally green dealership award winner. Being a green dealership means Apple Valley Honda has reduced our overall environmental impact. We are so proud to live in this wonderful community.
Abby's has been around the Pacific Northwest for generations. Yep, our parking lot used to have phone booths, and this amazing hair was considered to be in style. You know what hasn't changed in the past 59 years? Our recipes, hand-rolled dough, and toppings to the edge. That's what makes us legendary. It's back, baby. You asked for it, and Abby's listened. Bacon.
Bacon.
Cheddar. Yep, this amazing pizza is on sale for a very limited time. Hurry in or order at abbys.com. Your taste buds and family. Well, thank you.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCW Life and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
And welcome back once again here to Eastmont's Wildcat Stadium, along with Grant Olson, Eric Granstrom. Halftime score of homecoming here for Eastmont is the Wildcats leading it by a score of 34-0. Quick recap of that first half as Eastmont would roll out to a 14-0 lead. They would score on their first possession of the football game. Drive at 10 plays, 65 yards. The touchdown run from Gunnar Peterson, his fifth of the season, would make it 7-0 with 8:16 left in the first quarter of play. We'll get to the rest of the recap coming up. Let's go to some of our halftime festivities here with the Associated Student Body of Eastmont High School.
To the field as our homecoming royalty makes her way around the track. Sorry, thank you.
We've got Alexis Alcantar, who was making some of the announcements here with the ASP. And there you go with the Royal Court entering the surface of our track here at Wildcat Stadium. And I believe, Grant, is it 7? I think they have 7.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
7 couples, if you will. Male and female representations for the Royal Court. And I think 5 of the 7, as you'll see here, are football players.
Usually how it goes.
Quick instructions at halftime, and then, hey guys, go out and enjoy homecoming.
Of course, we have golf carts this year instead of trucks that we usually have, or Jeeps. Because
brand new track surface here.
This track is fantastic.
Yeah,
it really
Wildcat
is.
Stadium. That was Braden Jones, by the way, number 23 for Eastmont. And as Gunnar Peterson. Jackson West in the golf cart in front of Gunnar. I'm not going to be able to get all the names for you necessarily. I do have a cheat sheet here, but I'll let them do the honors of announcing the Royal Court here. There's Jackson West. And that, in the back of that golf cart, is Christian Nevers. He had a busy first half.
He did.
I guess they'll have to be careful with the cleats on not to step on the dresses of the young ladies that they're with. Oh, they're going clear around the track.
Oh,
Holy
boy.
cow. Okay. Okay. All right. I guess they didn't want to short Annie Davis fans the opportunity to see.
They're over there going,
see
you're going around?
Yeah, to see Eastmont's Royal Court. Yeah. Yeah, I just heard somebody say, where are they? Yeah, they're going all the way around the horn here. I don't think that was quite in the game plan. Well, Grant, you mentioned that they didn't get the opportunity to drive the automobiles on the track, so they're going to get a chance to drive something on the track, so by God, they're going to drive it all the way around.
They just want to get this new track on TV.
No, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
And quite an investment by Eastmont to...
And welcome
Here we go.
Eastmont 2023 Homecoming Royalty. We would like to say thank you to Zero Handicap for the generous support of Eastmont High School's 2023 Homecoming Royalty by providing the use of these golf carts. We would also like to thank our drivers, Kyle Dawkins, Brandon Schmitten, Shayla Brookover, Ethan Brookover, Shane Brookover, Kevin Fenton, Jennifer Zielinski, and Stacia Hardy. In the first car, we have our Duke, Braden Collins, and Duchess, Kaylee LaFernie. Braden is the son of Melody Collins and Lane Collins. Kaylee is the daughter of Rachel and Brenneville Smith. In the second car, we have our sophomore prince and princess, Lucas Babs and Libby Morales. Lucas is the son of Ashley and Mark Babs. Libby is the daughter of Stacy Morales.
Wearing the nice tux with the tennis shoes. See, that's a good. See, that was a smart.
Brandon is the son of Kevin Jones and Krista Betsky. Lily is the daughter of Cy McTrichett, Nicole Weigel, and Joe Gordon. And now for our senior homecoming royalty. In the fourth car, we have Prince Matthew Bender and Princess Laurel Patterson. Matthew is the son of Robert and Kaylee Bender. Laurel is the daughter of Libby Hickman and Carl Patterson. In the fifth car, we have Prince Gunnar Peterson and Princess Ellie Davis. Gunnar is the son of Marcy and Eric Peterson. Ellie is the daughter of Lisa and Mike Davis. In the sixth car, we have Prince Jackson West and Princess Samantha Dodd. Jackson is the son of Jeremy and Casey West. Sam is the daughter of Karen and Greg Dodd. In the seventh car, we have Prince Deacon Ally and Princess Savannah Nuxel. Deacon is the son of Heather Ally. Savannah is the daughter of Carrie and Sean Nuxel. Prince Chris Nevers and Princess Anissa Holman. Chris is the son of James and Carissa Blair. Anissa is the daughter of Rhea and Brett Holman. The King and the Queen, we would like to say a great thank you to our senior homecoming royalty corps. You guys did an amazing job. And now, to announce our homecoming King and Queen. This year's Eastmont 2023 homecoming King and Queen are Jackson West and Samantha Dawn. And that is Eastmont's 2023 homecoming royalty. Thank you.
Well, there you go. Congratulations to Sam Dodd and Jackson West, your homecoming royalty for 2023 here for Eastmont High School. Well, there you go. Pomp and circumstance, and job well done by everybody involved here for homecoming. The task involved for the football team is to get back on the field and to wrap up this win here tonight against the Davis Pirates. We will take another break and come back here on the NCWLIFE Channel with our score at halftime. It is Eastmont leading it by a score of 34-0. Back with more after this 2-minute timeout.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
Können Sie mir das Problem sagen? Meinen Zylinder überschwingt. Flute, ich habe mein Fugen verloren. Keine Sorge.
Global Car Care. We speak your car's language.
Fragenschlüssel. Hey, you.
Well, I got a leaky transmission, my head gasket's shot, and I could use some new brake pads.
That dog don't hunt.
Global Car Care. We speak your car or truck's language.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen's a good option for me. The risk of addiction, it's not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
34-0 our score at halftime as we get ready for second half action here on the NCWLIFE Channel. A recap of the scoring real quick in that first half. It was Gunnar Peterson running it in from a yard out on Eastmont's first possession of the football game, making it a 7-0 game. Luke Gale hit a big pass play to Jace Travato of 29 yards that made it 14-0. Gale then connected with Peyton Guest for 33 yards and a touchdown. That made it 21-0. Peterson took it in from 44 yards out for a 28-0 lead, and then Guest a touchdown run to make it 34-0. The only possession that Eastmont didn't score on was when they had it right before the end of the half, and Gunnar Peterson tried to score again.
He did. He had a nice 32-yard run there to end the first half, but it was all Eastmont in the stats. Total yards, let's just go right to that. Eastmont in the first half, 358 total yards, 199 rushing, 159 through the air. Davis, 117 yards, 33 rushing, 84 passing, and Eric, 33 of the 117 came on the last 4 plays of the first half for Davis. So a lot of their action was towards the end of the first half. But I'll tell you, Gunnar Peterson, 10 carries, 136 yards, 2 touchdowns in this one. 3 carries, 15 yards for Landon Moore. 6 carries, 30 yards. Peyton Guest, he has a touchdown. 2 carries and 11 yards for Julian Cortez, and Luke Gale, 1 carry. It was the first play of the game for 8 yards. Through the air, very impressive first half for Luke Gale. 8 of 10, 159 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Big receiver out of the backfield, Peyton Guest, 2 catches, 66 yards and a touchdown. A catch for 16 yards for Landon Moore. 3 grabs for Jackson Weston, 39. Jay Stravato had a catch for 29 yards. That was a touchdown catch. And Adrian Ruffin's 1 catch so far for 9 yards. But Eric, 358 to 117 in the first half.
Well, thus you got a 34-0 score here.
Right. You'd expect that, really.
We also pretty much expect a running clock here shortly into the second half. We'll see, how many starters.
You never know. You never know. I think he's going to get there, and then we'll see some subs come in.
Absolutely. Davis will have the football to start our second half of play. One thing that this passing game shows, aside for Eastmont proving to themselves that they can throw the football and that this will be a confidence builder for Luke Gale, it also shows, it puts it on film, puts it on tape, as they say, and it shows other teams that, okay, we can't just concentrate on one element of Eastmont's offense in the future when we face them because, oh, by the way, they can throw the ball too.
And you pointed that out before this game started. They had to have a balanced attack to really go anywhere in the 4A playoffs, and boy, they're showing it in this first half. But Davis also, Eric, some good gains in that last part of the first half, so I think they're seeing that they might be able to get a little short passing game going too. So if you're Davis, you just want to get down and score and then try and peck away. So you need a touchdown on this first possession.
And like you said, they did have some positive movement of the football before the end of the first half. They were in scoring position there, just went for it on 4th down, didn't make it. And unfortunately, the quarterback beyond the line of scrimmage when he threw the football. Otherwise, they score on that play, and they have 6 points.
Right, because Chavez, most of his incompletions in that first half were passes high, all high. And then he kind of found his range a little bit late in that second quarter as they, moved the ball, I guess you can say. Not much, but I think he found a little bit of something there late in the quarter.
So it'll be Eastmont kicking the ball away. It looks like Davis will have it moving from left to right here as we look at it at Wildcat Stadium. As it'll be Jaden Corbray heading back to receive the kickoff for Davis. Teeing it up for the Wildcats will be Josh Leonhard, who will put it on the tee at the 40-yard line. Also back to return the kick here for the Pirates. Looks like it's LaDainian Dennis back there. So Corbray on the near hash. I'm sure he'll probably be the one to handle the football on this kickoff from Leonhardt, although they've taken it with the up man, and they might do it again here. No, it'll be Corbray at the 16, 20, 25 on the return, up the middle, and then smash down at the 30-yard line. Oh, my. Looked like he hit a brick wall there.
5'9", 170-pound sophomore Bodie Yale with that stop for the Eastmont Wildcats on special teams.
And unfortunately, we've got a Pirate that's down on that kickoff return. And
that was quite a collision right there.
In a lot of pain right now. That was away from the collision where the Davis Pirate is down right now. They are checking with him, and looks like number 52, that would be Marcus Montes, Everybody taking a knee all the way around, and he's one of their two-way starters, so they can't afford to lose anybody. You talked about the slim roster here for Davis. That's right. And everybody concerned about Mr. Montes on the ground right now, and finally he does roll over.
Senior player, too.
As they look at lower extremity for Mr. Montes. So we hope that he is all right on the first play of the second half. And it does look like Eastmont's starting unit is going to be out there defensively. So it'll be Tyson Gonzalez, Ricky Kalunga, Connor Frazier up front on the defensive line. And looks like Gimpy on the left side.
Not putting much pressure on it, that's for sure.
Mr. Montes.
Oh,
does look like he's got that left calf that's all bandaged up on that
Beginning the
side.
second half for the Pirates from the 30-yard line.
Other defense for the Wildcats up front, Tyson Mora, Skylar Bryant, linebackers Christian Nevers and Josh Leonhardt, corners Joseph Lisson and Nez Schumacher, and then the safeties Graydon Schneider and Matthew Bender. Meanwhile, as Grant mentioned, Jason Chavez, the 653-pound senior at quarterback, found a little bit of positive traction at the end of that first half. Let's see if they adjusted. They had a lot of time to talk about it. The handoff is to Dennis up the middle. He'll bounce off of one man, but then a host of Wildcats converge, and he'll be taken down after about a 3-yard gain on the first down.
And the team tackle for Wildcats, Tyson Mora, along with Josh Leonhardt.
Sure, the idea, Eric, is try and maybe soften up this defense with a good run or two, then they can go downfield through the air. But such a stout defensive line for Eastmont, and the linebackers are so good.
First and 34, it'll be 2nd and 6, Pirates.
Big offensive line here for the Pirates. Out of the shotgun is Chavez. He'll turn, hand it off again to Dennis. Dennis with a little sidestep, and then left he'll go up the middle. And he's got positive yardage across the 35 out to about the 37-yard line. That'll be third down. Manageable here for the Pirates.
And an assist by Connor Frazier.
Gain of 4 yards on that play. Brings up third down and about 2 yards to go. Maybe about 3 here for Davis.
Ball now near the 38-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Pirates.
See if they stick to the ground or go to the air for the first time here in the second half. He's got
4 receivers.
Two receivers wide left, 2 wide right, and Dennis again in the backfield beside him. He'll turn, look right now, throw it out in the flat to Dennis. Dennis makes a juke, but then the defense just swarms him over. And one of the first there was Christian Nevers. He's been a busy guy tonight. He was just part of the Royal Court and makes a royal smackdown right there. Back to the 35-yard line. Loss of 2 yards on the play.
Loss of play takes the ball inside the 35-yard line. Where it'll be 4th and 6.
4th down for Davis. 4th and 5 to go, and they'll punt the ball away, it would seem.
I believe so.
Get back there, Graydon! Get back, Gray!
Or will they punt?
Yeah. Well, that's the question.
I think Eastmont's a little skeptical, don't you? Quarterback's the punter.
I think Montes is on the punt team here for Davis. Eastmont not sending anybody back. Chavez will punt the ball away. Boy, they got good pressure again. Good punt. It will sail out of bounds here in front of the Eastmont bench inside the 40 at about the, no, they'll put it at the 40-yard line.
Boy, great field position again for the Wildcats. First possession of the second half.
25-yard punt and no return for Eastmont, and they'll have it again at their own 40-yard line. Yeah, the drive starts for Eastmont. Started the game at their own 35, their own 28, their own 21, and then 49, 47, and at their own 20 right before the end of the half.
Shorter field definitely helps your situation.
9:42 to go here in the third quarter as Luke Gale will bring the starting offense out there. First down and 10. Turn, fake the handoff. Gale wants to throw, throws up the sideline, and yeah, it looked like that ball maybe slipped out of his hand there. Good call, Grant, as he was looking for Ruffins. Closest guy to it was Beckett Murphy, the defender for Davis, and I think Eastmont's a little lucky that wasn't picked off.
I think so too. Kind of a floater up there, just slipped a little bit.
That incomplete pass keeps the ball at the 40-yard line. 2nd and 10, Eastmont.
I know Peyton Guest has been kind of dealing with a little bit of injuries here. We'll see if he's still in. It looked like they had maybe some replacements in there. Yeah, they've got the backup wingback on that side. Julian Cortez is in for Guest on the right side. Landon Moore kind of moved, and they didn't call it. Handoff Peterson picks his way up to midfield and then some before he's tripped up and dropped. It was Chavez that came up on the tackle, but gain of 11 yards just like that for Gunnar Peterson, and it makes it look easy.
It seems that Eastmont can run at will if that's what they want to do. I think they're mixing in some pass, but boy, they can do all this on the ground the way it looks tonight. The offensive line is doing just an outstanding job.
Landon Hutzel, who didn't get the start tonight, will come in. Looks like a little banged up on the play. Abe Garcia comes out. Looks like he's got an ankle problem. Excuse me, got the hiccups all of a sudden here. Moore goes in motion. Back to pass goes Gale. He'll throw it out in the flat. The ball is caught. This is Peterson. And then Peterson is taken down out of bounds. The official watching closely. No penalty flag. He just grabbed a hold of him. Then Peterson, with his momentum, went over the top of the defender out of bounds. It'll be a gain to the Davis 45. Gain of 4 yards on the running play for Gunnar Peterson. Every time I say his name, I want to say Adrian for some reason.
He plays like him.
Yeah.
He really does. 2 carries, 16 yards already in the second half.
Wow. Jackson West, your new homecoming king, will split out wide to the far side of the field. Moore goes in motion. They'll hand it to Moore. He's got blockers in front. Moore cuts it back. Still on his feet inside the 35, down at about the 32-yard line.
Eastmont's Landon Moore, the ball carrier.
Just patience.
Great seal blocks on the edge out there, too. Not only by the linemen that did make their way out, but the receivers have to do their job and get those blocks, too.
I was just going to say, your homecoming king would not be too, above him or below him, if you will, to make a block downfield, and he did a nice job there. West will come to the near side this time on 1st down and 10 for Eastmont at the Davis 32-yard line. Looking to add to a 34-0 lead here. Handoff around the left side. Here comes Cortez. He'll get it into the 25, into the 20, just about before he's finally stood up and dropped. A couple of 2-3 defenders come over. Chavez, one of the first to get there.
Wildcat ball carrier.
And Eastmont, just every time they touch the ball, it just seems like a big gulp of yardage without too much sweat. They'll put the ball here, at the 23? Or do we have a flag on top of things here?
There is a flag at about the 30-yard line. I didn't see it till now.
Officials are talking it over. We have had some issues with some personal fouls and that.
Frustration, Eric. That's happened.
So the ball is down to the 23, so it was a gain of 9 yards on the run, and then they'll add, half the distance from there on top of it.
Right.
Penalty is the 4th against Davis, unofficially here in the ball game, and half the distance from the 18 would be the 9, right? No. Oh, excuse me. 18 would be the 9, yes, but it was from the 23, so it's down to the 11.
Right. I think 2 of the 4 penalties for Davis have been personal fouls.
Yeah.
They've been pretty clean.
And we had offsetting personal foul calls, too.
Of course, they haven't had the ball that much.
They haven't, no. So Luke Gale looking at a 1st down and 10 from the 11. Back to pass, throws out to the right. The ball caught. There's West, and he collects it into the end zone. Touchdown, Eastmont. So the 3rd touchdown pass of the night here for Luke Gale. And again, a reminder, he came into the ballgame with just 2 touchdowns thrown on the season.
9 of 11, 170 yards now, and 3 touchdowns for Luke Gale.
So Gale here in the ball game tonight has hit Travado, he's hit Guest, and now has hit West. 3 different receivers collecting touchdowns off the arm of Luke Gale.
Multiple number of announcers are making the pass reception made by Jackson West. Wildcat touchdown.
There's a weird flag.
Delay a game. Possibly.
I didn't notice the clock.
But extra point is an untimed down, so we'll see. Dennis Brandstetter, again, our head referee tonight. Delay a game against the defense. So what that could have been, Grant, and sometimes they will call this, if a defender bumps the football once the official puts it down.
It's the only way they can delay it on defense, isn't it?
Yep. So that pass play was good for 11 yards on the touchdown pass. So 7-play drive for Eastmont and 60 yards. And now they'll go after the penalty half the distance. So that's officially 5 penalties and 32 yards against Davis here in the ball game.
We're going to have a quick rest of the second half now, Eric.
Yep. The running clock will start once they kick the ball off after this ensuing kickoff. Pefferman with the extra point. Schneider with the hold. Great view there. Snap is a little high. The kick down and the kick away, and that's good.
Point attempt is good for the Wildcats. 7 minutes and 54
so
seconds.
After the touchdown and the extra points, it is now 41-0.
Davis Pirates 0.
Actually, I think it's a 42-point differential, isn't it, for running clock?
40.
Oh, it's 40.
Yeah.
All right. We'll take a 30-second break and come back with Eastmont in charge here at Homecoming tonight over Davis on the NCWLIFE Channel.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
Well, a couple of minute drive capped off by the 11-yard touchdown pass from Luke Gale to Jackson West. So nice night for Jackson West. He's elected homecoming king and collects an 11-yard touchdown pass right after that.
And he's got, 4 catches, 50 yards, and a touchdown. Pretty nice night.
Considering he came into the game tonight with 2 catches for 22 yards.
Yeah. I mean, you can throw all those out tonight.
Yeah,
that's for
absolutely.
sure. It's been a whole different team through the air.
Absolutely. So Eastmont to kick the ball away, and as soon as they kick the ball away, they'll start this clock, and it will continue to run until a timeout is taken by either team, or we run out of the third quarter and go into the fourth quarter. The kickoff by Leonhard, and that's the best kick we've seen all night as it goes through the end zone. So I guess they can't really start the clock yet. They got to bring the ball out to the 20-yard line.
That'll be a touchback.
So Davis has had a rough night tonight. Every possession ending in a punt, aside from right before half where it went over on downs after a pass was deemed illegally downfield on the quarterback on the play. Jason Chavez will line up the Pirates here offensively. You know, it's probably a good thing we'll have a running clock here, Grant, because I don't know if my voice couldn't hold out, that's for sure. Handoff up the middle and nothing happening at all for the running back. I'm not sure if that was LaDainian Dennis again. Yes, it was, and Dennis slow to get up on the play.
I saw him come off the field after their last possession a little slow, too.
Well, and as we've seen with the Eastmont so far this season, they lay a licking on you. That is for sure. You get hit, and then you remain hit.
And that was his 14th carry of the night.
Yeah, and it's been a rough sled all night long.
It has. Not even 40 yards yet.
And just a sophomore. Getting the call tonight after the injury to the other wonderful sophomore. Handoff on the end around here, and good running room. Look out. That's good.
Horse collar.
I don't know, a horse collar or a grab of the opening of the face mask or of the helmet, which comes down as a face mask penalty.
What pursuit by Bender, though. He came across the field. Great play.
Yeah, if he just doesn't grab illegally, it will be a personal foul, 15 yards on top of it. So the end around to Garza is good for 6 yards, and then add 15 to it. So that penalty against Eastmont, that's the only blight on the game here for the Wildcats. That's 6 penalties and 60 yards now.
Against the Wildcats, takes the ball out to the 41-yard line. It'll be first and 10 Davis.
You know, you might think, well, what's the big deal? They're up 41-0. those penalties, you don't clear that up by the time you get to playoffs. That could cost you a game.
Absolutely.
So first down and 10 just beyond the 40-yard line here for the Pirates. As the clock continues to wind here. And turn, hand, almost intercepted. That was awfully close. A bullet pass from Chavez, looking for Murphy, goes off of his hands, up in the air.
Peyton
Zielinski
had the chance at the interception. He just couldn't come up with the juggle.
Murphy.
Second down coming up from the 41-yard line. 5:40 clock running here in the third quarter. All Eastmont tonight. Chavez gets the snap, throws out the flat. The ball caught out there, and a big stiff arm by the man who collected the football. He's a load at Phoenix Sanchez, 195-pound 6-footer. He'll take it across the 45, and that's where he spilled down at the 46-yard line.
I like the way Joseph Lassonde stayed with that, though. He got the stiff arm right in the face and still took him down.
45 to near the 46.
It's kind of like bulldogging. You jump off the back of the horse, you grab hold of the bull horns, and then you wind up on the wrong side of the nose. Or something like that.
I like that.
Trying to throw a little Montana reference. Back to pass. Chavez pumps, now keeps it. Now he's trying to reach for the first down. He's not going to get it. As Eastmont's defense does a good job of stepping up, seeing that the quarterback was scrambling and running for it. Got it out to the 49, going to bring up fourth down about 2 yards here for.
That was his first carry of the night. Hard to believe, isn't it?
Yeah, the way
athletic as he is.
The way he's been scrambling around.
Right.
Yeah, definitely so. They'll put the ball at the 49-yard line, so a gain of about 3 yards for Chavez on the keeper. And Davis trying to dial up something here to get a first down. And again, it looks like it's mostly all the starters out there for Eastmont right now defensively.
Maybe through this quarter, then we'll see some.
Chavez on a fourth down play here. Eastmont would love to just stop it right here. Chavez getting pressure. Now rolls out. Now it's going to get sacked on the play. Ball came out, and they're going to say, I think maybe it's going to go over on downs no matter what.
Yeah, it will.
Eastmont makes the stop. Frazier was over there. Kalunga was over there for Eastmont. Just another dynamic duo for Eastmont defensively.
Wow.
Also big 99. Yeah, I mentioned Kalunga over there. And Tyson Gonzalez. Those three have just been sniffing him all night long, and they finally are able to corral him for a stop and a sack.
Well, you mentioned Kalunga earlier. He has played a whale of a game tonight. Kind of the unsung lineman of this team, but boy, he's there every play.
All right, let's see if Eastmont has some reserves in. They do. They'll hand it off up the middle. I think this is on the carry this time. Let's see. Get our camera crew to help out. Cortez, who's lined up as the tailback now. The new quarterback, by the way, is Dax Dixon. So Dixon, number 17, running the offense. Also in there offensively for Eastmont, Jackson Kenyon is a wide receiver. He'll split out near side, wide left, as they've gone all substitutions here for Eastmont. Wildcats with a second down play. Turn, hand it off, second man around, and not much happening this time as the ball carrier.
Andrew Mathena.
Was it Mathena on the carry?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Eastmont's Jace Travado, the ball carrier. Phoenix Sanchez with the Davis tackle. Loss in the play.
Series started at the 44 of Davis.
2nd and 5, Wildcats.
It'll be third down coming up for the Wildcats from the 39-yard line. So third down and 5, ball between the hash marks here. Again, Cortez remains as the tailback here behind Dax Dixon. Handoff, Cortez got the first down.
Nice
holds on to the ball nicely and takes it down to the 31-yard line. Gain of 8 yards for
Wildcat Julian Cortez.
Cortez on the carry.
Damian Gizar.
I'm sure Davis would love to put some substitutes in too, but they're all out there both ways.
Yeah, they'd have to go up in the stands.
Boy, they would.
Put a uniform on real quick. See if we can get some more of the names in here for Eastmont. The wingback on the left side is Homero Carrion, number 34. He'll go in motion. And a handoff to Cortez, and boy, he had Davis Pirates all around him as he got the handoff. And Davis will take him down. They're going to be nice and maybe just give him a loss of a yard on the play.
That is very nice, it really is. Forward progress is really kind of a gray area, isn't it?
All in the eyes of the beholder.
Right.
36 seconds left here in the third. All Eastmont tonight as they lead at 41-0 here over Davis. Man in motion, and they're going to hand it to Yale. This is Bodie Yale, and that is going to affect his average a little bit, Grant. Last week he had 2 carries for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Oh, my gosh.
So the timeout going to be taken here for the Wildcats as Coach Michael Dawn is talking to his offensive line about making the correct plays here. Rather vehement is Coach Dawn in his instructions asked upon his offensive line.
He's usually pretty animated when he goes out to talk to his team, isn't he?
Yes, he is. And he doesn't care what the scoreboard says. This is your chance to play some varsity football right now. And you need to come out and you need to know the play and you need to know where to go.
Right.
And who to block. And also, you know, it's a safety issue too. If you miss a block, you can get a guy hurt.
That's right.
And you don't want to do that. That's for sure.
And it's a new group. You got to cut them a little bit of slack. I haven't been out there yet. But not to him.
No, definitely not. So if you just joined us, Eastmont led it at halftime, 34-0. They've added a touchdown here in the second half, and it's been all Wildcats here tonight. And after the timeout taken by Coach Dawn, it'll be 3rd down and 10 from the 31-yard line. And then back to pass. They'll pump, throw, look into the end zone, and overthrowing the intended receiver was Jax Dixon. And how about the arm on the backup quarterback?
You know, I got to say, I was watching him warm up a little bit earlier, and he was winging that ball around, and Coach Don was right there watching him, too. He probably told him, you may get into this game, so be ready. But
intended receiver was Jackson Kenyon, and meanwhile, we got a Davis Pirate who's down in the end zone after the play. And that'll be the end of the quarter. So while they tend to the injured player, we will take a 60-second break and come back. We're through 3, all Eastmont tonight. 41-0 over Davis. We're back after this.
This is Grace, and this is her world record-holding guinea pig with an iconic name, Abby.
She currently holds the Guinness World Record for the highest bar jump by a guinea pig. I ride horses and I jump, so I kind of thought it'd be interesting to teach my guinea pig to jump like my horse does.
One day she came out of her room and looked at us, and I said, "Did you get it?" And she said, "Yeah, we got it."
After we won our award, we came to Abby's to celebrate.
Hey, hon, would you run this around to the wash rack?
Oh, okay.
Hey, hon, what happened?
They shrunk the truck.
The all-new midsize Canyon is now available at Sangster Motors.
Welcome back once again here to Eastmont High School's Wildcat Stadium as they have, we're showing a sign here, and we love Lori Howe, and they're telling us that They're not telling us why. I know Lori is with Eastmont's faculty. I'm not sure, Lori might be ill. I'm not sure.
Right.
I'm not going to guess, but they've shown us this several times here tonight on a cell phone, so we're happy to pass that message along. Lori, we love you. All right, Eastmont going for it on 4th down and 10, and the handoff is to, once again, Bodie. And Bodie Yale takes it ahead to the 25, but that'll be it, and it'll go over on downs from there.
On the tackle for the Pirates is Jaden Corbray.
So the first time Eastmont touches the ball before the halftime, and now that they don't end possession in a score.
And with the subs in there, that was a pretty nice drive, really.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they got it deep into Davis territory, down to the 25 before they turn it over. Started out at their own 44. So Davis will get the football. Again, running clock here with a 41-point differential. Davis ball at their own 25-yard line. Pirates lose yet another man here tonight. It's been a tough go. They, what'd you say, 25 dressed tonight?
Yep.
Snap back is to Chavez, and the ball is complete or incomplete?
No, I think his knee was down.
Or are they going to say touch the ground? Incomplete.
Blake Garza has not caught a pass yet, starting receiver.
Boy, and they've tried to get it.
Yeah, they have.
So 2nd down and 10 coming up from the 25-yard line.
Pass incomplete for the Pirates. Ball remains at the 25-yard line. 2nd and 10, Davis.
Seven of 16, 90 yards for Jason Chavez tonight.
Again, they throw out in the flat. This ball is caught. It's up to the 30-yard line before the defender comes over, and that was Joseph Lasson.
He's played a good game.
Tackle. Becken Murphy with the catch. Gain of, well, they'll say 4 yards out to the 29.
Out to the 29-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 7, Pirates.
At this point, Eastmont will give him those 4-yard gains all night long.
Yep, definitely so. So it'll be 3rd down and about 6 yards to go for Chavez and the Pirates. Rolling to his right, has pressure from behind, throws the ball tipped up in the air.
Intercepted.
On the return the other way for Eastmont. Inside the 20, down to about the 27-yard line.
Joseph Lasson with that.
Just when I mentioned he's had a heck of a game tonight, he comes up with the big pick. And he has had a solid game from his defensive back position.
I was trying to see who was coming from the backside there, putting pressure on the quarterback. Looks like we might have another flag.
It was Tyson Gonzalez, number 90.
Okay.
Yeah,
he was coming heavy and breathing down the neck.
Well, that didn't look like a late hit to me, if that's what they're calling now, or I don't know what it could be, but
hard to say what language is also being conveyed through face mask. Dennis Brandstetter is over explaining things to the far sideline, it appears. So he's giving an option here to the Davis coaching staff, apparently.
So
they are going to say it's an interception. And it will be Eastmont football. I guess the question is maybe a block in the back, possibly.
That could be too. I haven't seen a call yet, but that could be.
Still waiting for our referee, who's standing all by his lonesome out at the 45-yard line.
Boy.
So that had to be back where the interception was made, unless they're going to say,
yeah, that's about 25 to 30 yards back from where Lasson went out of bounds.
That interception has the ball at the 45.
So it'll be Eastmont football after they get that all figured out. At the 45, Davis with 7:31 to go here in the contest. Again, Jax Dixon is the quarterback, and he'll throw it out in the flat. The ball is caught out here at the 40, and then smothered down at about the 47-yard line is the receiver that time. It's Jackson Kenyon. So Jax Dixon to Jackson Kenyon.
Jackson Kenyon. Pass from Dax Dixon for the Wildcats. Blake Garza with the tackle.
Substitution here coming in for Eastmont with the play is Connor Schwab.
Roll now inside the 40 to near the 48.
Also staying in as a running back is Julian Cortez.
Eastmont.
Also in as a wide receiver, splitting out wide to the left is Luke Scruby. Second down and short for Eastmont, and they'll turn, fake the handoff. The quarterback wants to keep it, and Dixon will have a first down and more to the 30, 25-20, 15-10-5, and into the end zone. Touchdown. From 37 yards out.
And the quarterback keeper and the Wildcats.
Looked like he might have been, going down at about the 15, 20-yard line and just kind of collided with the defense, spun around and went the rest of the way.
Almost looked like you could see in his head, gee, should I score here or should I, should I slow down? Should I let somebody get me? Another chance for Eastmont to get the specialty unit out there and try an extra point. They missed one tonight. Missed extra point and penalties would be about the only negatives I could draw up for Eastmont.
That is it.
Game this evening. Snap is back, the spot down, the kick away, and it is good.
All right, Peppermint's extra point attempt is good for the Wildcats.
Now they stopped the clock.
I noticed that too.
It shouldn't have stopped the clock. It doesn't stop on a score. It should continue to run.
Only an injury or a timeout, right?
Yeah. So anyway, it's a big lead here for Eastmont. It's 48-0, and we'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Loyalty, and especially our King and Queen.
6:21 left to go here. The clock is stopped. We have a running clock here in this second half. Happened with about 8 minutes left in the third quarter. We're 48-0. It has been all Eastmont Wildcats here tonight. Kind of looked like it on paper, and the Eastmont Wildcats came out and proved it here on the field tonight as well.
Well, and that's something, Grant, that we talked about over and over, is that, on paper it could do one thing, but you got to get out there, kick it off.
Absolutely.
Let that ball fly around a little bit, see what actually happens, and Eastmont has taken care of business here tonight.
The surprise to me of this entire game wasn't Gunnar Peterson in the running game. It was Luke Gale through the air tonight. I thought that was the biggest plus for these Wildcats in this game.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean,
and their defense, obviously, lights out.
Yeah,
but
you expect those things, but it was, like you said, Luke Gale and the unexpected success through the air here tonight. Leonhardt has it teed up at the 40-yard line. For some odd reason, they stopped the clock after the touchdown by Davis. The ensuing kickoff fumbled at the 8, picked up by the return man at the 10, 15, block. 20. Look out to the 25, and up the far sideline he goes into the Davis bench area, and that's where officials need to get in there and kind of separate fellas. Looks like nothing extra after this particular special teams play. And so it'll be Davis football. They'll put it at the 26-yard line for the Pirates. So the interesting, too, we've had just one turnover in the ballgame, and that was the interception by Lisa.
Wow. And that was just a bit ago. That is hard to believe.
We've had a few, go over on downs, but not a turnover to that point.
That's impressive. 48-0 with no turnover touchdowns.
Here's a pass out in the flat. The ball is caught. And Beck and Murphy with another grab across the 30. They're going to get him out to the 33-yard line. So a gain of 7 yards on that pass play. Bring up Oh, excuse me. Is my math off
Reception
here?
made for
Where'd they start
Pirates.
it at?
Beckett,
28?
Murphy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So 5-yard gain.
Completion out to near the
Brings up second
32-yard
down at
line. It'll be
5.
Second down and a long 5.
Clock is running now. 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Snap back to Chavez. Hands off to Dennis. Dennis plowing his way forward and then just kind of stops at the 38 and a first down motion here by the officiating crew. Defensively for Eastmont, Jose Espinoza in there up
Ball
front.
carrier for the Pirates, Damian Keyser.
Austin Padron is also up front for the Wildcats.
First and 10, Davis.
Looks like they got a linebacker just check in. Diego Paredes just came into the ball game. Chavez throws out flat. The ball is caught out there. And isn't that the man they've been trying to get it to all night long?
I believe Garza.
He's going to be tied up and stopped for basically no gain on the play. They finally got it to Garza, and he is completely mobbed over there.
Wildcats, Enrico DeColo.
1 yard they're giving him.
Pass complete to Blake Garza for the Pirates.
The officials have been
40-yard line. It'll be second and
rather
9.
giving tonight.
Davis.
I agree.
On some of these spots.
I agree.
They just, I think they came, they had a meeting tonight before the game and said, we want to try to be positive. Nothing negative. So there's been very few negative spots here in the game. Handoff and pretty good tackle right there of pretty good looking running back there for Davis with the carry. It was Damian Guizar, and he'll take it all the way out to the 45-yard line. Gain of 6 yards.
Out to the 45-yard line.
Brings up third down from the 45. Good thing I've got the weekend to rest my larynx.
Boy, you're going to need it.
Yeah, after this one. I've got some hot honey and lemon. Maybe a little something else in
with your name on it
when I get home. That is for sure. Third down coming up. Chavez, ball tapped up in the air, and it is incomplete. And big number 90, Tyson Gonzalez, still in there for Eastmont, and he knocks that ball away. And that's what they teach you as a defensive lineman. If you can't get to the quarterback, get a hand up.
Right.
Brings up fourth down here for Davis.
There with the ball at the 45-yard line. It'll be fourth down.
2.5 minutes left in this one. Our broadcast tonight, by the way, brought to you by Harvest Valley Pest Control. Living healthy, local, and pest-free. Call for your free estimate at 509-423-2207. And now we're going to get a timeout taken by Davis.
The play clock was down to like 3 seconds.
Yep.
So
yeah, that play clock still matters.
It does.
I mean, even though
it was fourth down, so
game clock might be running, the play clock still matters. Our broadcast also brought to you by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Plan your next tournament and event today. Call the Pro Shop and schedule your time on the Full Swing S4 widescreen golf simulators at 509-884-4653. Can you believe it, Grant? We're about to that time where we're not going to be able to golf for real.
I know. That's kind of depressing.
It is. It is. I'm going to cry. Kennedy Real Estate Group also helping us bring you the game tonight. They're more than selling houses. They're building communities. Buying or selling, call Kennedy Real Estate Group online at kennedygroup.com. Also by Les Schwab. At Les Schwab, they take your safety seriously every time you stop by. And by Sangster Motors, family-owned and operated, home of the all-new electric Hummer pickup and SUV. And by Save Mart, shop smart, shop local, serving the Wenatchee Valley since 1962. And Together for Youth, encouraging you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. Well, the timeout's over. The officials started the play clock. They've got 18 seconds to get out there and snap the ball.
Watch the ball!
Fourth down here for Davis. After that timeout, the game clock will start again on the snap. Chavez back, throws. The ball is...
Oh, that ball could have been caught right there. Had a lot of mustard on it.
It was fastball, and I think he needed a changeup on that one.
Right. Well, that should do it now.
We'll be over on downs, and Eastmont will celebrate homecoming tonight with a big shutout in the Big Nine, and it doesn't matter who you play. To get a shutout in the Big Nine is a big deal.
Absolutely.
As they say. So the Wildcats will come away with a victory here tonight, improve to 4-0 on the season. By the way, they're ranked 5th in the state.
Right.
Moses Lake is ranked 2nd right now. So, yeah, it's hard not to look ahead. But, man, that last game of the season, we're going to have that here live on the NCWLIFE Channel right here at Wildcat Stadium.
That's going to be something.
Well cared for the Wildcats. Lawson, the play, takes the ball back to the 40.
Couple of touchdowns here in the second half for Eastmont in mop-up duty. They had a big lead at halftime and just have added to that here. Handoff as they hand it around. Now we got a flag that comes out behind the play. And the officials still making sure that everybody's playing fairly. 45 seconds left as the flag came out and a wipe off the run by Bodie Yale.
Tackle made by Damian Gizar.
We appreciate our crew here being part of the broadcast tonight. Matthew Moore back in the studios, our studio engineer. Also our van producer tonight. Well, it's Malcolm Whitehall. It's been Josiah Davison, I think, a little bit. It's been Dan Kuntz a little bit. Dan's also our line producer tonight. Handling cameras. I've seen Malcolm handling a camera, too. In fact, he's still out there doing that. Josiah Davison's been on a camera tonight. He's still out there doing that. We've got Cagney Fox running a camera. We've got Oliver Cadre running a camera tonight. And that will be it. So on behalf of Grant Olson, I'm Eric Granstrom. Thanks for joining us for Big Nine football tonight with the Eastmont Wildcats celebrating homecoming with a big win over Davis, 48-0. Grant, thank you, sir.
Been fun, Eric. Hope you're feeling better.
I'm going to try not to talk for the next 48 hours.
No talking.
There you go. That's it tonight. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next Friday at Wenatchee, where the Panthers will take on the Moses Lake Mavericks. Have a good night, everybody.
Devereaux is going to pass. No, it's Bishop in there now.
Tonight's coverage of live local sports has been brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Clean Air Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, and Together for Youth. Thanks for joining us for live coverage of local sports on the NCWLIFE Channel. We now return you to normal programming already in progress.
That'll be it for the night as the Wenatchee Panthers.